clump of Bushy just takes out Pyroson.
What they worship, and it is what they will continue to go to. As look at this, 4 players in Waterfall. They're going to attack. But
Bushy gets 3, gets 4. He's on his way to an ace. He's gonna keep Boba single-handedly alive in this game as Zom takes him down. Now the rest of Boba gotta lock in and kill this one poor player of Zom in Waterfall. Nova's gonna do some skin shopping here, trying to find Zom and take him down.
Okay, Wipebuff just finds Slay, and I was going to say that Slay, after that, using the Nightfall last round, is already halfway back to it. Fuzzy Nanook is able to find a quick relief of finding another player, but Wipebuff just pushes through. The pure ego coming through, not using any utility. Clone comes through, finds a 4th, and he is on for the ace, as all it will take is to find Snorlax, who is just going to get spotted out in mid. The 1-tap coming through.
Retake is just too clean. It's all up to Hapsy. He gets 2.
Oh my God!
He gets an ace. Oh my goodness, Hapsy.
What a round from Hapsy! One of the craziest aim sprees I just saw!
Instantly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, triple kill for Cookers! That just happened, alright. Salthammer will find 1, but this round is no longer looking for...
Is able to drop, dodges a flash. Will find 1. And it looks like it's all up to Soulhamer here to take Vortex into match point, and I don't know if he knows. And he does, but what
Oh my god!
oh my god!
And Snorlax gets 1.
Run,
His
Snorlax!
frenzy is good. I think Soulhamer wants this.
The bomb is down too. I mean, they know there's only 2 positions Snorlax can realistically be here, and they're going to cover both of them. The question is, can Snorlax clutch this out? So Soulhamer's actually pushing up against the frenzy. This could hurt, and knows where.
No! Oh, the ace was so close. He's too greedy. Way too greedy. Snorlax's frenzy is insane. Oh my god, the headshot. He gets the clutch. Smoke comes through that's going to allow Honda to walk through, and Hapsy working the way behind B. Honda has used that space well as Howie finds on Zoe on the B side, has time to plan. This could be the clutch of all time. 5, 4, the time isn't there.
Oh!
No, the 4K clutch will tie up Lotus. Has the time, they're all looking away. He spots all the players. He finds 2. Malacry with such low HP. The annihilation happens, and it's not connected. Malacry is going to run all the way to the B site.
Keurig has to clear every single angle, and it's going to be an early fight here. Malacry might not be ready for this.
I don't think he is either. He spots the gun, and Malacry's not looking the right way. It's going to be overtime.
But it looks like things have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how they actually do end up playing this. They're just trying to find any positioning. It looks like they're going through Garage, and they will find Chosen One as they're going to continue the aggression shoots. You're playing this fight, and they will get the trade anyway. It's going to be a 3 versus 3 advantage still towards Aura Farmers as they're able to find bananas as well. But you have to be careful here. Ooh, Soymik almost with the wisp, but Stru Bussy will get the trade. It's all left to Greedy. The only person left was Zero Deaths. Can't find the pick. Get taken down. Oh. Greedy with a 4K and will hurt all the souls of Aura Farmers.
He's not going to get spotted. Wazowski
Oh!
is going to find 2 in the round. Slay gets 2. Maybe a misstep from Tactibears, but it's all onto Honda to be able to stop this defuse. Scan comes through. Bomb.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Season 4 of Mask Madness. I'm Rhodes, joined with Super today for our very first match for the very first week of this new season. It is ROSO Eido versus Elyptix here with some returning champions from a previous tournament of Boa Bash versus a team that we played last season, had some decent results. Can they come back once more? Super, how are you feeling as we are finally here for a new season?
I'm really excited. These are 2 teams that are insane players. So many of the players on the teams are just really good. So it's going to be kind of a high fragging, really intense first match of the season, and that's just so exciting.
Yeah, and we are going to get into it right now. Starting on attack is going to be ROSO Eido,
And on defense is going to be Elyptix. We're playing on split. A map we don't see too much, but with how the map pool currently is, I mean, we don't have the best of representation for maps right now. So we'll see a bit peculiar ones overall. As here we go. Everything begins right now, and we're going to be starting to attack this B site. Kazi is going to be starting here. What can they do to defend with Sparkies?
Yeah, that nade immediately coming out, pressuring Elyp to move back, and that's going to be all of B main for ROSO Eido immediately.
Yeah, it's not the worst pressure in the world, but they are going to look to move off it ever so slightly, maybe head towards more of this mid area. We see Gorilla actually moving away from Vent, so we won't be seeing that peak just yet, but Santi here looking to potentially have a quick fight with Mommy, but nothing right now.
Yeah, the mid is finally being taken over by ROSO. They're going to force Elyptix out of there. That's going to be all of B heaven. Fade is left alone on the B site to defend. And with Keon coming from behind, this might make a really easy B split to happen for ROSO.
Nothing too yet, but they are going to fight Kazi.
Kazi immediately being taken out, whiffing a couple of crucial shots there. Piff and I Drink Milk finding 2 picks of their own. Sparkies trying to make something happen. It's a 3v5 situation, and Santi all the way in the mid. Sparkies is ready for this lurk, but Santi's taking it so slow. He's biding his time so well. Elyptix, rest of the team is finally here. Sparkies has some backup. They're going to try to move forward into this B site as Santi finally makes his way up to the mid. Into B heaven. Sparkies trying to swing him. It's going to be a close fight, and Sparkies finally getting that kill. That's going to allow Cupholder to get out, but Keon and Piff are ready for them, and that's going to be the first pistol round of Season 4 going to ROSO Eido.
Yeah, it's exactly what they want to do to start this thing off, and why not for Piff and Keon to be able to do that, and you do not want Keon to start off strong. In Boba Bash was that MVP for the Grand Finals, and just in general was an absolute stud throughout the entire season, winning the most MVPs in a series during that time. So you have to be very careful of this Omen. Used to be playing the Chamber, but that's going to be on the Santi role. So I'm very intrigued to see what ROSO will be able to pull off here, as now Elyptix are on the back foot.
Yeah, Kazi forced back up again because of that Raze nade, and that's going to be immediate ult orb for the Raze. Farming that ult is really important. Such a strong ultimate. They're going to slow down here.
Look at this movement, though, down through mid. I mean, they have to be a bit careful because they made a lot of noise, and they probably won't be able to find too much.
Ooh, yeah, grouping up on pistols is good, but it might not be enough against this group. Sparky's finding one. Gorilla getting the good trades out, and that's actually going to be not the worst thing ever for Elyptix on this low eco buy. Going to force Santi to move back. Cupholder taking this forward A position, but Cupholder and Kazi can only do so much with these classics.
Yeah, but 2 for 3, definitely not bad damage at all. We'll see what Kazi can do, definitely in a rough position. Here's them.
Ooh. Taking a very aggressive angle fight with the classic there. Might have been a misplay. Cupholder gonna maybe look to die to Spike here. And that is a pretty confident second round. It's not quite over yet. There could be an insane play happening here, but Keon is gonna clean him up. And that is a very pretty clean second round for ROSO Eido.
Yeah, I mean, it started off definitely quite good for Elyptix. I mean, they'll take what they can get, but they were able to clean it up at the end of the day. Keon doing very strong in that regard as well. So they did exactly what they needed to do, and we'll see how the tides can potentially turn. It is going to be a 2-0 lead for ROSO Eido, as it looks like, once again, we're seeing the same setup but both teams, really, and we'll see if they can fight it a bit more, because we have just seen Kazi throw out that Prowler into Garage and just trying to clear out the space. But once again, it's just going to be a stalemate of time, and it's going to be the possession so far for Eido, but they have to be a bit careful. Kazi going to need to fall back 10 HP as that dink comes through, and once again, it feels like Eido has been so good at really pushing back Elyptix.
Yeah, Eido's taking control of B main almost every time, and Elyptix just doesn't have that time or money so far to re-clear into Garage. Ooh, Cupholder finding that lurk. Santi may have been up a little bit too far, taken out immediately, and that's going to force the hand of Eido a little bit quicker than maybe they want to.
We'll see how that changes things. They still want to go towards this B site, but with 3 players here, I mean, this could get extremely dangerous really fast.
Gorilla in heaven, trying to hold his position with the Phantom. 2 blinds come through, and he's not going to be able to watch it. He's going to swing it here and not get the kill. Elyptix with the nuke on the Bandit, proving its worth. Kazi finding that trade, and it is a 4v2 situation. 4v1 as Sparky's finds his in B main. Piff all left all alone on an island. The Spectre. I don't know how much he can do. Maybe get a pick or 2.
But look at this.
Fade is low.
Look at this hold though from Cup Holder. I mean, just perfect position. Not expecting this whatsoever, and should be able to find that kill. A very nice round. But it all kind of comes down to that first pick Cup Holder was able to get. A beautiful one at that, being able to find Santi, I believe. And that just really opens up that round completely for Elyptix. It turned out a lot cleaner than it definitely could have been. And that's just exactly what they needed to do to get their first round the board and definitely get right back into this game.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, Eido was so... I think flustered after Santi was killed. Santi's been holding down this A main, kind of keeping Cup Holder here the entire time. And it looks like they're actually looking to fight Santi.
Yeah, at the same time, Gorilla has to be a bit careful down through mid, as it's a bit of a double-pronged attack from either team. You know, a lot of aggression being put out. The dog will be shot, so they can't actually find as much as they would want. So this mid pressure might be fallen just for now, but I feel like they're about to get aggressive with that teleport coming out, and we'll see what Eido look to do as they are looking to go towards this A site, but some pretty good defense is set up here.
Yeah, I don't think Santi let them know, and it's going to be an immediate kill from Milk onto Kazi. Mommy getting 2 of their own onto Santi and Milk. The trades were good. That Astra is very important in keeping this team alive. Piff finally finding one of his own on the other side of the map. Gorilla pushed up so far, trying to hold this heaven spot. But all 3 of Eido's players are pushed up into B, and Piff is even in their spawn. He might be able to get a nice free pick here.
But they are worried about it. They have an inkling that this might happen. Cup Holder will still go up, but someone needs to go through alley. But it looks like all 3 are going to go up, and that could bite them in the butt because no one is watching this area whatsoever. And you even see the flank coming from Kian. This is going to be quite interesting here. What will Elyptix do?
Yeah, this is kind of an insane, like, triple flank, and now that Elyptix is dead, no one is really there to watch the spike. Thankfully, no one's sticking, and that molly from Piff coming through might buy them all the time that they need. Gorilla trying to get on the spike, isn't going to be able to find a Cup Holder, finding one of his own. Piff, though, with 3 in the round, might have secured it. Keon getting that final kill, and that's going to be the first full gun round going towards Eido.
Yeah, I mean, that is just the stability that Kian has in these rounds here, and able to find that, going 5-1 now on the Omen. Piff 6-2, and you could see where they planned that. That was exactly what they were going for, having that very forward plant. They could play from alley like they kind of set up to do, and it just worked out for them. Elyptix unfortunately will lose this round, but they can buy into next. Gorilla will be the only one without a main weapon here. We'll see how everything does look to go down, as once again 3 players are looking to defend, and they're being a bit aggressive as Mommy does put down that smoke for now. Piff has to be careful as Cup Holder finds our Atrix, and that's going to kind of put a divot in this round here for this team.
Yeah, that's a very important member of the team down. The only initiator, a lot of the ways they get the info, all the ways they do the re-clears, it's all up to really that Raze and that Omen to coordinate something now. And they're on opposite sides of the map from each other.
Still kind of looks like they want to aggress, as they will be able to find that kill. Kian with a nice kill on the Gorilla, which means that, look at the smoke as well. Piff and Milk are able to bring themselves up through the ramp, but Cup Holder with another pick.
Yeah, I mean, these Elyptix players are really, really disciplined in these holds, and they're just letting Eido walk into their crosshairs this round. I think they're playing it a little bit better, letting Eido do the aggression instead of the other way around, and
from the shadow,
a lot of free picks.
30 seconds.
Yeah, From the Shadows is available here as well, as, oh my god, this is not looking good.
Yeah, Kian left alone. He's gonna use the From the Shadows A good ultimate used immediately. It was kind of a fake towards the A site, but immediately canceled, and I'm pretty sure Kazi heard it too. Kian's position is found, and they know where he is, and they're going to stop at nothing to take him down. That's the second round for Elyptix.
Yeah, there's just really not much you can do there. And again, once again, I mean, these players are able to find these early picks, and kind of the main players that we've seen in the past, especially in Season 3 of Revitalize, were Cup Holder and Sparkies. If they're able to get going, they are extremely dangerous. As our first time out of the season will be for this team of ROSO, Eido. They're still up 3-2, but their bye is super weak coming into this next round, and it does feel like, even though they have this lead, I mean, Elyptix so far in these gun rounds have kind of felt like the better team.
Yeah, Elyptix is playing just a lot more disciplined. I mean, honestly, ROSO's team is filled, Eido's team is filled with a bunch of shooters, right? So they're going to do the best they can to kind of get these players on the lines. But if they're forced into Elyptix hands the way they are, you know, there's not enough reclearing util. Elyptix dying in the beginning. I mean, that's what happened. Everybody else just kind of had to dry swing everything. There's like no util you can use except for Kian's paranoia, right? So, I mean, it's just really hard for this Eido team to kind of like coordinate something, it felt like, especially in that last round.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm intrigued to see if they can attempt to do something here. Maybe look for a different kind of play on this eco. We did see some slight interesting things happen for Elyptix when they were on theirs, where they're able to find a bit of damage. So I'm curious to see what does end up happening. As you see these pings coming in right now, they are looking to go up through mid. Gorilla has to be very careful as they are alone, and they're just going fast.
Yeah, this Eido Milk is already in. Kazi finding him. Not enough damage from that Bucky to be done, and the paranoia doesn't come through either. Kazi holding from that rope position, and look at this. Eido is once again pausing. They're not really coordinating this push well. They're all a little bit split up. Santi and Kian trying to find something. They are in a lower buy, which means they have to make something happen. Sparkies, though, hearing this shot, knows that at least one player's in B main. He's going to give that info to his team that it is looking like it's going to be a B split.
Just so close to timing right now. Right when they strike, there's going to be a lot of death happening. They are going to smoke off the top of Mommy as well, so they're going to have to be a bit careful. Sparkies will get shot down, have to back up.
Whoa! Pip running in with the Bucky. Mommy's going to get taken down. Kian's getting one of his own. Kazi, the only one left outside. He's going to be able to find 4. Not quite the ace just yet. Piff keeping his team alive. The Viper's Pit is going down. He has to pick up Spike. He has the Vandal now.
30 seconds left.
There's just enough, not just enough, quite a lot of time to plant, but this Waylay ult is so scary. Piff is forced to try to shoot, and he whiffs that first shot. Gorilla cleaning it up. It's a tied game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's a really good convergent path usage there from Cup Holder. It really stifled whatever Piff wanted to do. I mean, Piff has that clutch factor, as we all know, but isn't able to get it done. Very good util usage from Elyptix, and this game is going to be tied. Of course, that was a lower buy, but either way, I think both teams really take a lot out of that last round, but I do like the damage that Eido was able to do ultimately onto Elyptix here as we head to his next round.
Yeah, doing all of that on an eco, making it that close, forcing the convergence path on their own eco is really important. And automatically, this Raze ult that they farmed up this whole time is going to give them some value. Cup Holder has to waylay dash out of there. The Raze ult has given them sight, and they're going to take that for free.
That was a bit of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Gorilla working up in a ramp. Santi making a late lurk. It might be too soon. They might suspect this, but Eido Milk pushing into CT. The Yoral is played. Coupled. They're fighting Piff from behind. Eido Milk killing himself with his own Raze nade. Santi has to make something happen. There's only 2 players on site. It's a 2v4 on site currently. Santi finally able to make something happen. Elyptix of his own. Sparkies answering back with 2. And I miss Robbie in the corner finding Santi. This is an Elyptix lead.
Absolute crazy play there in screens. I mean, that could have went either way, but unfortunately, the nade, death, and everything else in between, and even Sparky's being the one in the dimensional drift wasn't really able to fight completely in that fight, so it was a bit of a wonky one overall, but it just went Elyptix's way. They're able to find everything they needed to do. The flank from Santi wasn't able to find as much damage as you'd like because of that Viper wall being up for so long. I mean, everything just really went Elyptix's way, and the comeback is here. I mean, yes, it's not really a comeback, but either way, I mean, they're able to find some multi-round leads, and now we might be getting a bloodbath through mid, potentially. What will Eido decide to do?
Immediately double satcheling up. Gorilla finding a pick of his own as well in mid through the spam. And it looks like all these players are grouping up towards B mid. Kian using that flood smoke to get out. He's taking the timing, but Smarky's just so ready for this. Santi with that ult isn't able to do anything. Sparky's is just annihilating this team. I mean, look at that. 11 and 4. Elyptix is left to do nothing.
Yeah, and the Tour de Force was also used by Santi and not able to find anything. Of course, it's still in the eco, but it's just, things have not gone well. I feel like since the timeout they called, it really feels like Elyptix has been able to get the one-up on them. And of course, again, they are on the lower buy here, but they really do feel like they are being calm and collected, like you mentioned earlier, and they are really picking up the initiative to start winning these rounds as they're going to get this 2-round lead here.
Yeah, Elyptix moving up. Trying to maybe get some damage done, but these players are just holding such long, deep angles. Kazi spotted. Elyptix spotted. He's going to have to use some of his own util. Oh, but Sparky's going to be ready. He's going to be able to take down Sparky's. That is a nice pick from Elyptix. That's a decent amount of damage done. He's able to get a second. It's going to be close here. Gorilla trying to spam him out. He's whiffing. Elyptix gets a third. And suddenly, I don't know if he has time. Cup holder is going to know of his position. 10 seconds on the clock. Cup holder holding this cross 6-5, and it's not quite enough. Elyptix taken out, but that 3K is something to worry about.
I mean, that's some solid damage and just some solid confidence in general, being able to fight that. You can see how they're a bit fidgety when they did get tethered, but they just kept their own. They kept solid, and they just picked their fights well and just did very well with the Stinger overall. Elyptix with a nice round and gets those Seekers back on the board for their team. A huge ultimate they can use for knowledge around this map as we're heading back towards the B site, as Sparky and Kazi has been very good in these recent rounds being able to defend it. Can they do it again?
Kazi, that nade, he hasn't learned, I guess, or something. The B main default is happening again. Eidrick Milk slowly walking out. The dog is spotting someone. The spam isn't quite there, and that blind from Elyptix is giving them time. Eido is on site, but Kazi is not letting them stay on there for very long. Kian and Elyptix getting 2 of their own, and it's a 4v3. This retake is going to have to happen for the lower numbers team. Santi with that flank is tearing them apart. This round is played so well. Oh my god.
And that
4v1.
It's a very nice flank there, and it finally does work out for them because it feels like Santi hasn't been able to put as much pressure as they wanted to before, as Piff will get that knife, which we slowly started to see kind of come up there. And I mean, it's just a nice round that they really needed because it has started to look quite bad for them in the last couple, but being able to get that round back, I mean, this is quite the even game overall, and I'm really intrigued to see what else does come out of it. Of course, ultimate advantage still in the hands of Elyptix, so I'm curious to see what they're going to be able to pull out as we head to this next one.
Yeah, I think it really wasn't just about fighting together there. It felt like finally Kian and Elyptix were just like swinging. Kazi and Sparky's in the back off of the util, and it was really working. This B main default with the nade, giving them a whole lot of value. Kazi's dog not doing as much as I think he'd like. Oh, but that spam is! He's able to get Kian and a ton of damage onto Eidrick Milk. He's gonna have no shields left. What a spam.
That is not the player I thought was going to die there, but fair enough. They're able to find it. And once again, I feel like this split that they keep trying to do has just really not worked out in Eido's favor just yet. We'll see how it does continue, but they're super spread out right now, and they need to find someone.
Yeah, Gorilla in the heaven position, holding this long jiggle peek. He's going to be able to get that info and get out. The Molly... Whoa.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, that was the other enemy. That was the enemy for Molly. What the heck? That was crazy.
That timing.
Eidrick Milk in heaven, kind of forcing Elyptix to keep the player stack towards B. maybe allowing Piff and Santi to take the A site on their own. But I miss Mommy in the corner, holding for a long time. These B players are starting to suddenly realize that nothing is happening. I miss Mommy not able to get too much off that spam. I Drink Milk finally taken down after so much spam. Elyptix getting that trade immediately, and it's a 4v3. Players retaking quite an advantage. Astro Alt
Dimensional
Yorwall.
Drift.
Looks like they're going to pop the Dimensional Drift right now. Sparky's spotting one of the players' gun. But I don't know if they know the other two are in heaven. Piff is kind of playing this site really well, keeping them occupied and able to get one. Oh, but Gorilla with two of his own in heaven. He was so aware of this player, of both of the players on ramps. That's intense.
You know, if your teammate dies, you just look to fight it anyway. And I mean, just able to fight both of them off. You know, who cares? And I feel like since Santi has been there for most of these rounds, I feel like they do have that inkling. I don't know if they really knew that there would be two, but either way, Gorilla with a great round after a bit of a slow start for them. But hey, you know, our fellow caster GYT looking to trying to pop off here, and that's exactly what Elyptix need. As the worst they can do in this half now is 6-6, and I feel like they're perfectly fine with that, with this more attack-oriented composition.
100%. I mean, Wayla Yoru excels on the attack side, especially the double duelist on split.
Oh, here we go.
Really close. He's swinging through that smoke. Sparkies and Mommy are down. And I Drink Milk getting a third while he's flying. Those were some rough double satchels, but the headshot made it not matter. Gorilla and Kazi left all alone. I mean, that 3-stack should have been able to do something, but I think they just pushed in there for no reason. There was kind of no care in the world. There was no coordination behind it, and that really cost them.
Yeah, a bit of a Superman play there from I Drink Milk as well, just going flying with that triple. But, I mean, get those numbers up is very nice. Be able to have that showstopper online for the next round too is absolutely brilliant. So we will just see a save here from the side of Elyptix, as we're going to see how the rest of this half goes. It's 6-5, and I mean, this could be a tied half, and this game really, overall, can go anyone's way with how good both of these teams have played in each of these rounds, as Kian actually will be able to find that long kill. My apologies for not paying attention to that one, but either way, I mean, a very good start for both of these teams, and really kind of shows how good this Group B can be, because, I mean, you don't know the power levels ultimately of how both of these groups in general in Mask Madness will be until we're like 3 or 4 weeks in, but right now, I mean, both of these teams are looking like they're at the tippity top of the food chain.
Yeah, these are some of the best teams in Group B. Fighting it out on the first week, on the first match of the season is actually kind of really nice. Could bring some good story to it.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued to see what does come into this next round here, as it does look like we're going to see the same setup we keep seeing from this team overall, as they're going to flash and look to push out.
Oh my god, a flash, but nothing can either turned it or wasn't affected by it, and he's able to get 2 off of that spray. Santi, with such a late lurk, he heard the enemy Astro walk up. Oh! The winner, but what a shot!
Nasty.
Oh my god. Oh, and the Piff and I Drink Milk pushing up into CT, gonna be able to find something. That means Elyptix is left alone to try to work into heaven. The Astral finally coming out. Gorilla finding one of his own. He has to make his way into sight. I Drink Milk from behind. This flank could mean so much. I Miss Mommy not quite ready for it, but oh my god, he turns around and yes, he is. Gorilla getting one of his own. It's a 1v2 situation. I Miss Mommy with a beautiful 3K to bring this to a 7-5 half.
That is going to be the clutch of the tournament so far. Of course, it wasn't crazy, but it was spectacular from Gorilla and Mommy there, especially Mommy. That flick onto Santi was absolutely beautiful, and able to find the triple in the round with Gorilla backing up as well. Elyptix taking a 2-round lead, heading onto their attack. I mean,
what a great play from Elyptix there, and we'll see how the response is from Eido as they now can use another timeout. I don't know exactly how it works, but either way, ROSO Eido, after that round, they definitely need to find this pistol as they were able to find the first one as well.
Yeah, the pistols are so important, and Eido needs this pistol because if they tie it up here, it's very, very feasible to win. But if they lose and it's 9-5, it could be very, very scary. Eido Milk trying to look for something immediately, getting very aggressive. That waylay dash and fade, is not gonna do a whole lot just yet. They're fended off for a while, and Eido Milk even gets a pick of his own on a Kazi. It's the info initiator dead, and the players on the other side of the map towards B main in garage are trying to work their way up, and Santi and Piff have left to be alone. Miss Mommy smoking the B site. Looks like this fake was sold pretty well. Santi and Kian here to try to defend. Santi getting one of his own. Kian finding one as well in the garage. It's all up to Cup Holder and Sparky's, the two top frags of the team. They've been able to do so much. Sparky's finding two of his own immediately. Kian is so weak. Cup Holder finding Eido Milk from Heaven. Sparky's so low, he's not going to be able to do too much. And Kian with a 3K in the round. And that's going to leave it 7-6. And the pistol round for Eido, which is something they really needed.
I mean, what a fight, though, from both of those teams. And Kian would have died, but the right click, it only hit one bullet on the Kian, so he just survives that last battle there. And they're able to find that win overall. Kian now up to a 2.0 KD for ROSO Eido. But what a round from both teams. I mean, that is a beautiful skirmish to start us off in the second half. The question is, how much damage will it do as it looks like we are attacking this A site once more?
Elyptix forcing on it back up. Eido Milk with the judges.
Oh, no!
Oh. What? Gunpowder and Gorilla fighting two of their own. I have no idea how that judge didn't get a kill, but it doesn't matter because Kian is here with two of his own. He sends the paranoia out. No one's really able to back anything up, but it might have stalled the push out a little bit.
Superman.
The Astro Star set up. Oh.
Superman here for ROSO Eido trying to save the day. We might not get our first curse. I was really hoping we would get it, but we'll see what the rest of this round does for Told. It's a 3v3.
Piv finally able to back something up. Miss Mommy answering right back immediately. How much can you do? And it's not enough, actually. Kazi taking down its ult to Santi with the Headhunter. And this is not the situation you want to be in. The Outlaw might be enough. Santi with one headshot. He's got very low time. He doesn't know where Miss Mommy is. Position is found. Miss Mommy playing around this box so well. And that's going to be the eco round on the pistol with the kill as well. The thrifty round for Elyptix.
The curse is back, baby!
I can't believe that.
We can't open a mass season without someone losing their eco, and here we are, where ROSO Eido will go down by 2 rounds again, as some beautiful right clicks and just a rambunctious play at the ramp position just did not go their way whatsoever. They had a perfect setup. They had the judge available, but Cup Holder with a crazy shot opened that round completely and will bring back Elyptix to that main push here. As we'll see as Piff pushing down through mid, looking to try and find some damage of their own. Maybe they can find a counter to that last round that just happened.
Yeah, it would only be funnier and almost more of a catch or curse if it was eco after eco, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen anytime soon. Eido Milk getting. Oh, that was close. Cup Holder still defying Eido Milk's kills. I mean, he's really saying something. Kian showing this new gun. Some support. Miss Mommy though. That high setup is not really in Kian's sights, and Elyptix is forced to pick up a Phantom. That's a good gun to pick up. I don't think he really will be saving this gun though. Gonna try to do a little bit of damage with it, and we've seen him in these number down situations do a lot of damage. I remember earlier on an eco round, he really showed what he's worth. So maybe see that happen again.
I mean, we saw an eco 3K with just a stinger. Now imagine what you can do with the Phantom in your hand, Elyptix. Show us something pretty. It is extremely difficult. The timer's running out and your position is given. What can you do?
The flash Not really catching anyone, but the headshot will. Sparky very low, but the stun comes through, and cup holder spam is enough. It's 9-6. And I mean, it's as if they won the pistol anyways. Elyptix is really, really showing this season a strong start.
I really kind of like that from Matrix, though. I'm not gonna lie. I really like. I don't know if it's like the slight discipline in that fight going into it, but really kind of felt like they were trying to cover all angles in that, trying to push off the other team. I don't know what I liked about that. Yes, it wasn't able to find a kill, but I really thought that was actually quite clean there for the Sky for the moment. But of course, couldn't find the kill. It was round over anyway, but we'll see if we can see some more potential flashy plays. Dimensional Drift used, as they're going to be able to get this site easily. Elyptix are looking to push the initiative again.
Yeah, cup holder using the saturate a little bit early, not catching anybody with it. The Dimensional Drift clears the entire H side for free. Gorilla's left all alone on the other side. Not really able to do much, but he's going to do his job and keep Milk and Atrix busy for a while. Kian, with that paranoia, might be able to make something happen. He has it ready. It's pulled out. Sparky's on this close angle, but cup holder finding Milk out of nowhere. It's so huge. That's the entry that they needed. Kian is forced to teleport in. Piff, not able to find anything. Sparky's has been doing so well this whole tournament. He's able to turn it up when it matters. Kian finally able to find a kill. I miss Mommy, though, in this smoke. Might be able to mean everything. Gorilla on the flank, finding something. It's back and forth and back and forth. A 2v3, though. A 1v1, and the final kill from Gorilla. It's 10-6, and Eido's forced onto Eco.
What another rambunctious round there, but Elyptix able to get it done, and once again, it comes off of them being able to consistently find these first bloods. That's going to force their last time out of the game for ROSO. Eido, I mean, Elyptix, they had a bit of a rocky start, but they've really been able to get these rounds together, play a lot smarter as a team, and they're just really able to fly at the current moment in time, and I don't particularly think their kills are too far apart. I think they've been a very concise team overall of how they're able to find these specs. They have their duelists finding the first bloods, and then they have a lot of their other players being able to just stack on top of that as those supporting pieces. I'm very intrigued to see if they can keep this up in the rest of this map.
Yes, sorry, I was taking a drink of water. 100%. I think, I mean, honestly, yeah, Elyptix is just playing really smart, and it feels like there's just a disconnect in Eido. They're getting a little frustrated. They're swinging not on a util. Milk is dying really early, really often, and Santi at a feeble 5-13 is just not having really any impact right now.
Definitely not Santi's favorite game in the world here, but you know, there's still a lot of game left. You never know what can end up happening, but yeah, definitely want to improve those numbers, especially, and I Drink Milk, I think, as well, has definitely had a bit of a slow one, but I think that's just because of how stable the defense and just how disciplined Elyptix has been throughout this game so far, as Kazi and Sparky is going to start things off, and oh no.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a good way to start. Grouped up in mid, 2 down, and this round might already be over.
You know, it's an eco.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of shows the discipline for both these teams. Like, obviously they're on an eco, so they are going to try that ROSO Eido. But I really like I think we talked about it very much earlier in this game. The discipline from Elyptix has just been outstanding with how they've been able to run these plays and why they have been so successful so far. And it has been very intriguing to watch overall, and I will be interested to see if they can keep up this type of play style even on to the next map, because by the way, I just checked, this is ROSO Eido's map pick as well, so this is quite interesting.
Yeah, it seems that Elyptix is kind of prepared for a lot. If they're doing this well, not on their map pick, I'm excited to see what they play like on their map pick. This is the first time I've ever seen this team, and not quite the first time I've seen ROSO Eido around. Piff, Kian, and Santi all coming in from behind. I don't know if Gorilla quite knows just yet. He's still holding the heaven area, but soon enough, all 3 of these players' positions from Eido is going to be found. It looks like they're trying to die to the bomb here, actually. Quite a smart play. They might get a little bit of damage on Santi, getting one of his own. Spam, though, not going to be able to do enough. Kian, it's just going to die to the bomb here. Unfortunately for no orbs, there's not much he can do, but it's going to be 11-6. And I mean, Elyptix is just kind of taking it and running with it now.
Yeah, the only good thing here for Eido is that their ultimates are slowly coming online. They're one off of the Seekers as well for Elyptix, so you can have that. But on the other side, I mean, the more useful ultimates are kind of in the hands, it feels like, for Elyptix. They're able to do a bit more with them. They're not as situational. Of course, they have I Drink Milk's showstopper here for Eido, but besides that, it can be quite hard to use some of these ultimates, as Santi will buy up the operator, so won't even be using the Tour de Force either. Just some interesting things coming into this round, and I'm intrigued to see how ROSO Eido will look to get their ultimates potentially available and just use them, as I really do think Elyptix can definitely push the initiative with their ultimate selection for now.
I have not much else to say. You summed it up pretty well. It looks like the rest of these Elyptix players are grouping up towards the middle, though, and that's not held very strong. Both the Duelist and the Initiator are kind of focusing on Gorilla. They're able to get that kill, which is really, really good, but Piff is left kind of on an island here. Assuming that's a clone, he's not going to give away his position just yet. They might clear him out, though. And the conversion path is going to come through. Sparky's finding his own.
Oh no!
That spam, but I'm on me with the blind spam is going to find two. Sparky's just so consistent here. Santi whipping that operator shot, and the subsequent every shot. I miss Bobby, and Sparky's just pulling this team through. I mean, honestly, all of them really are. I can't lie, but that round especially.
Do I start with it now, or do I go another map?
Start with
operators. I'll wait a bit longer.
We wait another map. We wait another
I'll wait a bit longer with my rant on operators, on why I don't like buying them in games. Anyway, we're heading to this next round here. It is match points for Elyptix here on the map pick of ROSO Eido. We see a very strong companion. We might see a 20 bomb from Sparky's very soon as we're going to start this round. What can we see as Tour de Force will be popped on the opposite side of the map? I Drink Milk here with the judge.
Unlimited spam, and that is a huge result. Oh my god, that's gonna do so much damage. He played that perfectly. That was such a good split-second decision. Gorilla left on 2 HP, and this is such a good round so far for Eido. And it looks like Elyptix is still working their way through Elyptix, not able to land that headshot, but a few body tags might be enough. Milk with his judge. He's able to do so much damage. He gets one. Cup holder trying to find that spam. He's on. I Drink Milk's on a 3K. He could be looking for that ace.
I mean, Gorilla's one shot too. Just not much you're gonna be able to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be scary. Piff! Oh my god, what a after the grave trade from Piff. That's so funny. Cup holder's left alone. Throwing that saturate.
But hey, I mean, this is a great round, though, for the team. They really need this confidence. The paranoia is going to hit. I Drink Milk should find the 4K and Whale. I mean, that is such a confidence booster for I Drink Milk. Has had quite a slow start to this game. Has the most deaths in the lobby. I mean, being able to find that showstopper kill, and even if you're not able to turn it into a map win, it really feels like you can get that confidence booster and bring it into the next map entirely.
Yeah, that is so important. That was such a good split-second decision and a really, really good victory there for Eido. I mean, something like that could really, really bring you back, give you a few rounds, maybe get the snowball rolling, and you could really start to see a comeback from Eido here.
Operator in hand. Santi, what can you do with it this time? Take the bite. Okay.
Yeah. Sparky's using the dimensional drift. He's going to be able to spot Kian. Kian not really sure what to do. All these ultimates are coming through. Kian is able to find Cup Holder, though, through the dash. But Kazi and Sparky's getting to their own. Santi with that off is now forced to retake. He wasn't able to get much value because of that Fade ultimate Piff. Dropping down. He's able to find the spike planter. Kazi now down. The Astral coming through. Sparky's and I Miss Mommy back in this corner, and the Viper's pit is down. All of the ultimates are coming through. Elyptix need this round. They're trying to secure it. It's a 2v2 situation. Gorilla swings out the smokes. Elyptix able to get one. I Miss Mommy left all alone to keep to let his team win. He gets one, he gets two! And that's gonna be the spray down for the first map win, going to Elyptix.
I mean, what a great game there from both the teams, but Elyptix pulling it out. I mean, Ivan's Mommy's so good on these clutch situations throughout the map and will be in that second frag for the lobby, but I would say definitely was that MVP of that map in general. But we'll see how both these teams look to play in the next one, as we are going to be heading to a little bit of bind as ROSO, Eido are looking to make this a 3-game series. We'll see you in just a few moments. Good at attacking these as, oh my god, nice shot by Soulhaber with the triple kill! What a kill! Aimbot, what the hell was that? Overdrive is popped as Sparky's will go on site. Rolling Thunder is used to try and stop them out, and the return will come too. Sosu finds a trade with Tapsy. Coupled or alongside Confide with a double kill, triple kill for Confide. This KJ flipping the odds as Tyler C is alone and afraid. Confide with a quadra.
Timmy Fish working his way up. I mean, that's just incredible. He's going to be able to find people. He's going to be able to find Sunset. This is a player we've talked about before. Yeah, and this is a good smoke placement. He's able to play close. He's not going to get blinded by this. Snorlax is going to run through. He's not going to find that pick immediately, but Timmy Fish will.
Look at this flank from closely.
Oh, Fossey on the flank gets one. Probably going to get two. Might even get an ace, honestly, here with it. He gets the 4K. Unable to get the ace. Jiggly cleans it up. Cookies was able to kill Fossey, but I mean, Fossey got 4. The round's pretty much over from there.
They play it. They do have the worst weaponry, but these stingers can work really well up close. Just have to find one. We'll find a quadra kill through the box. Didn't even know that was happening. Confide will finish it off and clip that, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6-5. The trades are looking good as Karina could potentially find another. Won't find just yet. Timmy Fish with the triple kill. It's all left to this solo Yoro Pregnant Hippo. Can you find one? Will finds the second. What a double kill for Pregnant Hippo. Can you find the next? Is it Void is sticking for now. Doesn't know where Pregnant Hippo is. Can you clutch out the round? Oh, won't find the kill just yet. But with the right click, what a clutch from Pregnant Hippo. It's a 1v3 to secure the first round for Tacti Bears.
He's on the seaside, so that will create some stall. However, place is completely walled off. A Bushy takes out Pyroson.
What they worship, and it is what they will continue to go to. As look at this, 4 players in Waterfall. They're looking to attack. A
Bushy gets 3, gets 4. He's on his way to an ace. He's gonna keep Boba single-handedly alive in this game as Zom takes him down. Now the rest of Boba gotta lock in and kill this one poor player of Zom in Waterfall. Nova's gonna do some skin shopping here, trying to find Zom and take him down.
Okay, Wipebuff just finds Slay, and I was going to say that Slay, after that, using the Nightfall last round, is already halfway back to it. Fuzzy Nanook is able to find a quick relief of finding another player, but Wipebuff just pushes through. The pure ego coming through, not using any utility. Clone comes through, finds a 4th, and he is on for the ace, as all it will take is to find Snorlax, who is just going to get spotted out in mid. The one tap coming through.
Retake is just too clean. It's all up to Hapsy. He gets 2.
Oh my god!
He gets an ace. Oh my goodness, Hapsy.
What a round from Hapsy! One of the craziest aim sprees I just saw! Instantly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, triple kill for Cookers! That just happened, alright. Salthammer will find 1, but this round is no longer looking for...
Is able to drop, dodges the flash. They'll find 1. And it looks like it's all up to Soulhammer here to take Vortex into match point, and I don't know if he knows. And he does, but what
Oh my god!
oh my god!
And Snorlax gets 1.
Run,
His
Snorlax!
frenzy is good. I think Soulhammer wants this.
The bomb is down too. I mean, they know there's only 2 positions Snorlax can realistically be here, and they're going to cover both of them. The question is, can Snorlax clutch this out? So Soulhammer's actually pushing up against the frenzy. This could hurt, and knows where!
No! Oh, the ace was so close. He's too greedy. Way too greedy. Snorlax's frenzy is insane. Oh my god, the headshot. He gets the clutch. Smoke comes through that's going to allow Honda to walk through, and Hapsy working the way behind B. Honda has used that space well as Howie finds Zoe on the B side, has time to plan. This could be the clutch of all time. 5, 4, the time isn't there. But
Oh!
no, the 4K clutch will tie up Lotus. Has the time, they're all looking away. He spots all the players. He finds 2. Malakry with such low HP. The annihilation happens, and it's not connected. Malakry is gonna run all the way to the B site.
Dream Fury has to clear every single angle, and it's going to be an early fight here. Malakry might not be ready for this.
I don't think he is either. He spots the gun, and Malakry's not looking the right way. It's gonna be overtime.
But it looks like things have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how they actually do end up playing this. They're just trying to find any positioning. It looks like they're going through garage, and they will find Chosen One as they're going to continue the aggression shoots. You're playing this fight, and they will get the trade anyway. It's going to be a 3 versus 3 advantage still towards Aura Farmers as they're able to find bananas as well. But you have to be careful here. Ooh, Soymik almost with the wisp, but Stru Bussy will get the trade. It's all left to Greedy. The only person left was Zero Deaths. Can't find the pick. Get taken down. Oh. Greedy with a 4K and will hurt all the souls of Aura Farmers.
He's not going to get spotted. Wazowski is going to find 2 in the round. Slay gets 2. Maybe a misstep from Tactibears, but it's all onto Hondon to be able to stop this defuse. Scan comes through. Bomb is tapped. Slay is watching for Hondon, and he swings, and Slay is able to find it. Spades tie it up off of such heroics.
He's dead. It's a free flank from Hapsy. The trades are coming through from on site.
But Zex is getting all the other kills.
Yeah.
Rolling
The
Thunder
Thunder comes
hits
through.
2.
It's gonna stop the defuse, and it's gonna hit both of them. Hapsy is not enough, and the kill comes through from the blast pack. The defuse goes through, and that is the win for Appa.
But Novaz and Bush are going to try to do it anyway.
Oh, the
big
shots
damage.
are. They know they're in there. Soymilk ready for these players. He's not gonna find any as Bushy flicks right onto his head. Clay's in the heaven, spots a player long. Pyrosit is gonna stop him from peeking as Zinni takes down Bushy. Clay's peeking out of heaven, is not able to claim Pyrosit, and it's all up to Novaz in a 1v1 situation. Can he find some? There's no more ammo. He reloads and gets the triple kill to secure the pistol round for Boba. Clean up the round, trading him out. Swifty and... Oh my god, Swifty gets 2. Clays gets 1.
Swifty
It's a
alone.
1v2. Swifty all alone. Can he win this clutch? It is his round to win. It is their gun round. He tries to peek as Clays has this outlaw train. She's getting his squad there as Swifty gets all 4 kills.
ISO is definitely going to go through this, right? Like, there's no way. Oh, Thrash will come through. Will not spot them.
Oh my god. I think he knows they're in safety still. Oh my god! What is happening?
Well, they know where both of them are now, and they're...
But Spades, once again, take the C site, have
This
very
judge.
enrooted positions, and Nanook just runs through, takes down Salty, and there goes the outlaw, folks. And he gets 3 with the judge. Oh my goodness, it's almost an ace! Hondon has to shut him down, and he'll take a Bulldog for himself. But that's 4 in the round. It's just Raps. They're going to run him down. Hondon not going to able to find any value.
With the better guns, as Boba pushed through, Jigglytofu finds one as Zinni gets the trade. Novaz is going to be taking down the swings. Aren't quite in time as Clays blinds all of them, finding Pyros in. It's a 3v3 situation right now as Zinni finds his 3rd. Zinni finds his 4th, and he's on his way to ace in this round.
I mean, Zinni is just going crazy in this game, and Zinni might be able to find the ace.
Zinni going through the smoke here. He's behind Bushy. Bushy, they've timing each other. And Zinni's gonna get the ace.
That fault point. And aggressive cookies goes down. Moha finds 3! Huge picks by this Phoenix. And that is so big for Boba to get back into this. Can Koopa Troopa find anything as this Phoenix goes nuclear? Poking and prodding. Positions. Deep Blue just going straight on site. We'll get 1, but we'll get taken down as all the fights are going to be tied up for the current moment. A lot of damage done. Abby looking for more, but Reaper going absolutely crazy. 1 HP now and a few members, but Reaper has a triple kill. Looking for even more as Howie in the smoke. Can you find anything? Finds 1. Time running out. Finds another. Looking for 4th. It will find it. A clutch from Howie will secure another pistol round for Team Appa.
Taking down Slay. It's all up to D Blue.
Hello everybody, welcome
He's not gonna
back
be able to find the pick over right
to this game here of Mask Madness Season 4 between Elyptix and ROSO Eido. It is going to be quite the wild ride, as in the last one we saw quite the game of a back and forth, but then Elyptix really able to bring out everything else in that series, being able to bring the score to a 1-0 in their favor. And I'm very intrigued to see if they can continue going to their map pick now, because ROSO Eido map pick was split and they could not get it done. I'm Rhodes, joined with Super. And Super, how are you feeling as we are back here in the second map?
I'm honestly really excited. I've been told that this is revitalized. This is the old revitalized. I didn't know that. Which one kind of a while. What season did they win?
Revitalized? None.
Didn't they win? None? Oh wait.
They made it the finals in season 1, but that was just Tyler C.
They made the finals.
It's not the same team.
Okay. Okay, well it's not the same team. Anyways, the name revitalized is really good. The team's history is, and so it makes a little bit more sense why these really good players are on this team. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. I expected an Eido win last map, especially since it was the map pick, Eido's map pick. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what Elyptix can do here on their own map pick. If they were that prepared for their not map pick, then maybe they might dominate here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see how everything does get set in stone. We're going to see as the defense here from ROSO Eido is going to be pushed, as they're going to be having 3 players towards B. But this is just going to be a full split here for Elyptix, something we didn't see much in that last map.
Yeah, Elyptix taking their time, trying to make their way through Hookah. Kazi able to find that kill on a Piff. The TP immediately comes through from Kin. I miss Mommy, and Atrix having a little bit of a whiff off there. Kin dying to Sparkies. Eidrich getting 2 of his own, though, answering back immediately. Sage with that heal is able to heal themselves. And it looks like the rest of Elyptix is going to work their way through showers. Santi's trap getting a lot of value there. He knows at least one is in showers, but he's really more concerned with this lurk/player up short.
Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see how this does go, as won't be able to find a kill just yet.
That was really close.
Oh!
Throwing that smoke, it doesn't matter. Santi's crosshair placement is perfect. Cup holder now on top of this bench position. And I Miss Mommy working their way back through short. They have kind of a cross going on here.
Not anymore.
All the way back to showers, leaving Cup holder all alone. If they get on the bomb right now, it doesn't matter. Cup holder's getting one of his own, and Santi's so confused at where Mommy is. He's finally able to kill Cup holder. Miss Mommy working through showers. I don't know if Santi is ready for the super late flank, but he's making some steps. He's sticking the bomb. Miss Mommy whiffing that perfect headshot. Santi knows where he is. The positioning is found. Santi has run out of bullets with the headhunter, and the spike is at half. Mommy's playing this so disciplined. He's not swinging. He knows he has the time, and that's going to be the pistol round for Elyptix.
I mean, Santi almost with a bit of a round of their own. Didn't have the best one on split, but trying to really bring that comeback here. And this time, it's actually going to be the first pistol round for Elyptix in this series. Mommy, the clutch queen, as we saw, I believe, in that last map. I mean, really able to push initiative and being able to find the kills that are needed and able to find the last one that mattered. Either way, a great round from them, as 4 Bulldogs now for Elyptix. Gonna look to try and win this one here. Will we see another curse on our hands is the question.
Yeah, that's a very, very aggressive push towards showers. Oh my god, Cup holder annihilating Santi. Wasn't quite ready for that player to swing there in Gorilla. Getting flash, turns that flash. What a beautiful turn. 2 headshots. Piff getting 2 of his own in showers. I mean, I don't even... Every time I think a player's gonna die, they get like 10 kills, and I'm just confused the whole time. But it's a 2v3 with the spike down, and these Elyptix players are in very good positions to win this round.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very nice position, but either way, good damage from them being able to get that done right there. And we'll see if they can potentially find a bit more, because they do have those upgraded weapons, potentially finding something.
Yeah, Sparky's trying to do that jump peek. Spots Piff. Don't know if they spotted Kian. And Kian, with that Bulldog, is able to do a little bit more damage. This is becoming really, really costly for Elyptix. Kian is going to be able to die to Spike. He might be able to get one more, though. Ooh, Ivan's Mommy turning around and getting that headshot is just enough to allow Kazzy to escape out of there. And that's going to be the second round for Elyptix, but a very costly one at that.
Very good damage, though, for them. Able to find 3 kills, but Mommy 4-0 essentially was the MVP of that last map, and really going strong here and playing on Sage as well. It's something a bit less conventional, something you see more in your solo queue. Probably, I don't know. I don't know how pro play is really playing right now on Bind, but either way, I mean, playing very good on the Sage, and we'll see if they can continue that and get a bit more orbs to get that res online.
We will see on Thursday, first day of VCT. Oh, Santi.
Ho, ho, ho.
Moving up here on short. He's got a good position, but this dog is going to give a lot of info. Sparky's throwing that nade in that corner. Santi not able to land that headshot. He needs to hold a little bit wider if he wants to catch Sparky's there on that swing. Kian finding a few people in short, and look at the space that's being taken by Elyptix and Piff on the other side of the map. That's so huge. They have all a B. They are so aware of this A hit that Elyptix is about to hit with eco guns, mind you. This should be a very good 5v5 retake with almost full util from Eido. Eido working up. The Viper Molly's gonna stall I Drink Milk a little bit. He's only got 1 blast pack. That Sage Wall's huge.
Time's running.
And the stage slows. Piff finally able to get a kill. Cup Holder turns around and smacks him in the face. Kazzy finding one of his own. Elyptix not allowing Cup Holder to do much after that kill. I Drink Milk finally getting one. This second stage slow coming through. The stall is immense. Elyptix has to make something happen. He's running around. The Vandal might not be enough as Ibis Mommy wins the 3rd round for Elyptix. What a confusing round.
I mean, it just kind of feels like, once again, they just play discipline inside showers. That's not really a play you really see nowadays. A shower hit where they're just fully committed to triple, and they just do everything to completion. And once again, I miss Mommy being the one to stay alive there. 1 off the res, Kazzy 1 off the Seekers. They find the bonus, and Eido once more, they're on the back foot. I mean, just brilliance here from Elyptix so far in the series. Can we see Eido pull something out now? Santi.
Ooh, he's landed one. He's doing his job as the chamber player for the team. Sparky's immediately trading. It's going to be a 4v4 situation. Eido with the lower weapons. I don't know how much they're going to be able to do. Sparky's going to take care of the strip. That's going to mean no info for Santi, left alone on an island in B site. The players are forced to rotate over. I Drink Milk specifically is forced to rotate over to B, and that's going to allow the rest of Elyptix to kind of play with the time. Play with their food, almost.
I mean, we've seen it so many times. And I Drink Milk also only has a Bucky, so has to take a more forward position. Does spot some players out. I mean, this could get a bit spicy here, depending on how it all goes. Mommy finds the kill.
Ooh, and Santi, yeah, not able to get that kill. The blind goes through Intube. They know what player's Intube. They're going to be so ready for I Drink Milk at 76 HP. He's able to get 1. He's not going to quite get that shot. And Ibis Mommy with the spam through the tube. He's able to find a beautiful kill. It's all up to Kian and Elyptix. The paranoia is going to be able to come through, but Ibis Mommy is so confident right now. Feeling it so well.
Aggressive Seekers.
Keep swinging them. Yeah, that isn't. A pretty surprising Seekers to come out from Kazzy. I think he's feeling a little bit confident as Elyptix trying to fire with that stinger from so far away as Marky slowly works his way up behind. Able to find that final pick, and it is an 0-4 lead for Elyptix.
This is where Eido needs to pull it out now. I wonder if we're going to see another timeout out of them, and yeah, it's going to come out absolutely instantly. The main thing coming into this round, I feel like I don't like when it's all on one player, but it does really feel like this round comes down to what I Drink Milk can do. Has the showstopper available on the Raze, and we'll have to see how they can use it to their success. We saw it late in the last map,
where they're able to use that to find the double, find an increased amount of damage onto Elyptix, which really won them that round. So I really need to see what I Drink Milk can do to pull their team into their first round of Bind.
I mean, they just need to make maybe some aggressive plays, but I think if you see the map pings coming from Elyptix, it looks like they're making some aggressive plays on their own. But yeah, Eido seems to not really be catching anyone. Kian isn't activated. Santi's getting some kills, but no one's really doing anything. The most players is I Drink Milk with 4 kills of his own. Everybody else is kind of falling behind, and Ibis Mommy's taking the charge. He's got 7-0 with that Sage Res ready. I mean, this player is doing something else to this team.
A beautiful start for them in general, and a showstopper of their own for Sparkies is also in the hands with that res available. Cup holder 1 off the orbital strike. Many ultimates potentially in the hands for a lot of these teams, but once again, team composition wise, it really feels like Elyptix has that ultimate advantage overall, as Atrix will get into a fighting garage, or in showers, but will not look to fight too much more of it.
Yeah, Atrix kind of forced out of that showers positioning. Some util traded out, which is nice, but it's not quite enough. All these players stacked towards A. Look at Santi all alone on B on a gun round too. This isn't an eco. They've actually just stacked the A site on a full buy round.
It's gonna be questionable. See who makes the first move, and it feels like it has to be Elyptix.
Ian spotting Sparkies, trying to bait for I Drink Milk. I think this judge can be so valuable. These silly guns are a little bit better than sometimes I think people think. The showstoppers come through. He's able to get 2. He doesn't quite go the right way, though. That could have been so much, and he doesn't know nobody went right. Oh my god. That might even be the res for Ibis Mommy, leading this to a 4v4. Something that I Drink Milk should have had almost in the bag. It's kind of a blunder. Atrix getting a pick of his own. That's gonna even the odds, unless Ibis Mommy chooses to not res here. It's like he's going for the plant and the wall first, trying to see if he can make something happen this round. The spam does come through, but the shots aren't quite landed yet. He gets 1. Actually swinging to Atrix, isn't able to find it. Atrix finally getting that pick, but it's a 1v2 situation, and Cup holder has the brim ult. Santi, though, from behind, he's able to finally get that lurk online and clean up the round and give Eido their first round.
I mean, what can I say? I said I Drink Milk gets to do something with that showstopper. Once again, finds so much damage with the double kill. But man, you just know that that could have been a clip and a half right there with that showstopper, or with the judge just went the wrong angle and could not find the clip of the tournament just yet. But it is going to be first round here. Tour de Force is going to be popped for Santi. Santi, like we said, able to find a few picks now. Really getting that confidence up. What can you do now on this chamber with this operator available? Unfortunately, it's not the best site to be able to use it on because, well, the player's on B. But maybe that works to their advantage of these players expecting the chamber to be towards B and maybe rotate to A accordingly.
Yeah, that's it. Kazzy's dog moving up long. Ooh, and Santi. Yeah, doing exactly what you said. Using that operator to good use, finally. Just you don't see that a lot. Atrix blinding out. He's going to blind again. He's not going to quite swing off of any of these blinds, and that's every single Sky Flash gone. Atrix getting taken out by Sparkies, and Ibis Mommy getting 1 onto I Drink Milk. That is all of B-Long taken. B-Long is so important on Bind, and with only 1 player on this B site, it's looking like a very free teleport to the A side. I think they thought more players were going to be towards A. Maybe they thought Santi would have rotated by now. Ibis Mommy looks like he's going to go for the res. He's actually going to run away all the way to the B side. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Elyptix. Well, Sparky's moving his way up. Elyptix are all the way on this B site now. And Kian and Santi are kind of left on this island, and it looks like they might even go back A, and they actually teleport to B. That is, I mean, the nature of Bind, I guess.
it's teleport simulator sometimes, and yeah, this is gonna be very hard. I mean, you're retaking here with an operator. Santi does actually have a Vandal, never mind, but Kian has not been able to get going so far on this map, and with these smokes available too, with that res coming in, this kind of feels like it has to be a save, and it's a really sad one. They're gonna go down 5-1 here, but Elyptix just able to continue their lead. And ROSO, Eido, I'm really interested to see how you're able to pull this one off. A very good team with a lot of all-stars from Boba Bash League. What can they do in the rest of this map, as they will go down by 4 rounds?
Yeah, and sad to save on a tour de force round, especially where the tour de force got 2. I mean, that ultimate kind of ultimately led to nothing. Kian kind of has an opportunity to just spam a whole lot here. His crosshair train on a player's head. He's not able to get a kill. Yeah, being down 4 rounds and winning only 1 off the back of some ultimates is starting to sound very, very scary for ROSO Eido. I mean, and, you know, like I said, this is Elyptix map pick, and they are kind of dominating on their map pick.
Yeah, it is looking quite good for them. And look at the Sage, 9-1-3 right now. Really the main driving force of Elyptix so far. We'll see how the other players do look to try to impress as well. But right now, it is really just Mommy carrying these early rounds and into the future. Here's a slower round we're getting out of Elyptix. They're really not pushing too hard. Besides Cupholder, who's able to find Santi this time, revenge has been found.
Yeah, without that true divorce, I don't know how much he can do. Elyptix just not even knife out running away. He's gun out running away. The showstopper coming through from Spark. He's going to be able to find a lot of value. Shoots it into Piff's face while blind. Eidrick Milk with a judge of his own might be able to make something work. The judge is found though, and they're not going to move up. I'm his mommy, very weak, and he's able to get the kill, but not without the trade from Sparky's nade. This is a 2v4 with Kian on the other side of the map, holding in case they teleport.
Yeah, Kian was really hoping they would TP for that, but it is just not going to happen. Elyptix is in a very dire situation. They need a clutch of a century. Yeah, I just don't know if it's coming.
Kian has to save, and when you're down 6-1, I don't know if saving is even going to look very good. How much is that gun really going to do? I mean, not a whole lot. Maybe he could try. I would have tried to maybe get some damage looking at the enemy team's eco. You know, they're down a little bit. They wouldn't be able to buy for 2 subsequent rounds if they died, only 1.
It is, overall though, it is a rough situation for ROSO Eido. They just are not able to find their footing in this map so far. Maybe we'll see a bit more very soon, but for now, it has been Elyptix's map pick, and they are really showing it. Mommy and Sparky's, like we saw in the last map, they really were the driving force on Split, and once again, they're top 2 in this game. 4 kills. They're really showing up with the rest of the team, especially Kazi, I think, showing a bit more support than we saw in the last map. Of course, Kazi was really good on that supporting fade, being able to get the eyes and just everything else they need utility-wise. But right now, with the Sky, I feel like, especially on Bind, you can just provide your team so much space and just so many informational tools for this raise that we get going. And I think that has been one of the main factors, especially on this attack for them.
Yeah, Piff finally letting that Viper's Pit lay down on A short. Gonna get dogged out immediately. Skydog's not gonna find Piff. But I think they know where he is. There's not too much space for him to go.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Rotate towards B. Try to make a little bit of a re-clear towards B. You know, they gave up a lot of that B space. Maybe these ROSO Eido players have shifted down. They haven't, but there's a chance they could have.
All right, Milk, you are the driving force here. Can you find these picks?
It's going to be really close. Kazi with the util out. And look, oh my god, the boombot comes out a little bit too soon.
Uh-oh.
And the orbital strike.
Nice satchels.
Milk is barely able to make it out there with those satchels. I'm his mommy. Find Kian immediately on that teleport up. I don't know if they're ready for Elyptix though. Elyptix, oh, very scary kill. Not able to connect quite yet, but Elyptix and Piff getting 2 of their own is really, really important. Kazi finally able to find that pick on Elyptix. Gorilla all the way through behind this Viper's Pit. It's going to lead to a very confusing retake.
What did Gorilla just do? The Viper's Pit is still up and just clears it.
Yeah. I mean, Gorilla able to kill the one in CT is very nice. And MVSK with the Sage Wall actually has given them a huge advantage. And the Viper's Pit is down now. Santi with this flank, though, I don't think MVSK or Gorilla are ready for this. He's able to find one and the second. That is the second round in a round ROSO Eido desperately needed.
That is exactly what we need to see, though, from Santi getting the team back into it. And I understand the play there from Gorilla, but I still think you need to hold that Viper's Pit overall. It turned out to be a one-for-one trade, but it was definitely did not go their way afterwards. As a very nice flank from Santi. It's something we've seen throughout the last two maps where Santi is just constantly going for these flanks, going for these backstab kills, which has kind of haunted them in that last round and did find some decent success on a split. But we'll see if they can continue finding rounds off of it, because so far it has feel like Santi has been the one on these flanking fights to really succeed them in these rounds overall. Ultimate-wise, 1-for-1 essentially for both teams. Kian does have the From the Shadows, but I'm not counting that, especially on defense, as we head here. And Santi looking to be aggressive early.
Santi moving up real quick. MVSK really ready for this aggressive chamber play, but Santi's not stopping. Wow, what a shot. I mean, he's really pressuring these Elyptix players. Oh, look at all this space Gorilla has, though. Oh, but the fight with Piff, the traded Viper volleys, and it's gonna kind of ultimately lead to nothing happening anywhere on the map except for a 1-to-1 trade. But MVSK being down is very important. That's the Sage res gone, and a player that's been driving the rest of Elyptix so far forward. Can we see the rest of the team do it without this Sage res and Sage Wall?
Yeah, nice cup holder kill there on the trade. Will get milked down. But yeah, like you mentioned, I mean, Mami being down is quite interesting. The Seekers will be traded for both teams, so they will know where this attack is coming from. Will be able to rotate accordingly. Unfortunately, there's going to be 3 players towards A, as I believe the Seekers are also getting stuck on the wall. So that was very interesting.
Seekers went through A short to go to the players on B. That's such an unfortunate spot. Santi able to spam one down. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and then leading to a 2v2 situation. Cup holder trying to hold Kazi's plan. He's not quite holding CT. That could be really scary. Can smoke. It's more of an importance. Kazi dropping down. They know where Kazi's positioning is. He's stuck behind this box, and Kian with a beautiful wall bang and a second kill. It looks like he is activated just a little bit. And that's going to be the 3rd round for ROSO Eido, and it's starting to look like they finally have some life in them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to see there from Eido, to be able to get themselves into the game, get 2 rounds in a row, and Kian finally getting on the board again. It was 1 kill to their name, now has 3. Can they pull it back? Because they remember, Kian top fragged the team in the last map, was absolutely destroying, being one of the only driving forces for the round win. So can this Omen get back into play? It will be the main question here as we're going to begin this next round. What will we see from Elyptix to potentially snap that winning streak and get a few more on the board? Or will Santi and the rest of Eido be able to really get going? The operator back in hand. We've seen a double kill from Santi before with that tour de force. Can you find something here? But that's not the main place right now. It is the Mommy trying to fight through showers, as Elyptix actually finds a kill.
Yeah, where did Elyptix even get that? In hookah?
In hookah, yeah.
Oh my god, Kazi's standing over the X. That's a crazy kill in hookah to get, especially on the duelist. There's no entry anymore for this side of Elyptix, but MVSK spamming through onto Piff. That's going to be a huge kill. Kian teleporting. Oh my god! And Gorilla turns around and finds the kill. What even just happened? MVSK in showers, trying to make something happen. And this showstopper could be huge. It's going to find MVSK, giving them a 3 versus 3. MVSK does not miss with these showstoppers. Elyptix working his way up through the flank. It looks like they might be ready, but Gorilla isn't. Cup holder finding the kill on Elyptix when that TP is out.
Operator
Santi
retake.
Now has to retake with the operator. That's going to be a rough position. He's all alone. The 1v2 situation. Santi has been so good for these positions, and I think there's only one spot they know where he can come from, unless they think he's coming from flank. Bakazi spots the gun from behind the wall, and that's going to be the 7th round, and kind of, like you said, snapping that comeback in half.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of fights back and forth. I mean, a great kill from Elyptix to start that off, being able to take down Sparkies, but it just wasn't enough as that A hit really went the way of Elyptix. Everything just kind of went down how you want, and now Santi with the operator retake. Again, I'm not gonna pull it out. You know, I'm not gonna pull out the rant in the first series of this tournament, but buying the operator, not being able to find value, that's a lot of credits down, and that really contributes to why this eco for them is just going to be so difficult. Tour de Force will be popped, though. What can Eido do as they're pushing Gorilla?
Yeah, the flash comes through, and Eidrick Milk getting a beautiful kill, backing up. That is very disciplined play from Eido. They're able to retrieve the gun and play a little bit back, play to their numbers advantage now. Numbers means a little bit more than guns in this game sometimes.
Yeah, not too shabby from them at all. They're really able to find damage, and we'll see if it will be enough, because like having a random Sage in your solo queue games, it is going to be a free res as they did back up. But either way, I really like that trade that they're able to get done. No more res for potentially the rest of this game, unless Mommy does do some crazy things. But we'll see as I Drink Milk is looking to be aggressive.
Eidrick Milk sitting inside the smoke. The spam comes through, but I don't think it was set enough, but the gun isn't retrieved. That is the Phantom that's gone. And Elyptix is down to 22 HP. That was a beautiful spam. And these Showers players are slowly making their way up.
30 seconds left.
There we go.
The smoke come down, and it's going to be a sight hit onto the A. Sparky's taken out by Pip. What a beautiful headshot by the shot. He's not able to land those shots to the players close to him, though, as Kian is forced to move back to take care of that Seeker. It's a 3v2 bomb plant, and this Tour de Force and Sheriff duo have to retake into the A site against a Sage and a Brim. Oh my
Oh
god.
my!
What a shot from Santi. It was almost there the second time. Kazi backing up, peeks his head up, kind of messing around with Santi a little bit. Cup holder behind this double stack. He's ready for a player to push up. Kazi's kind of left alone to deal with these players pushing up to the bomb, but Cup holder is going to be able to find Kian. Santi left all alone. He knows where the gun is. He finds the first player. The swing comes through, and he's able to get the shot, and I don't know if he has it. It's going to be so close. It's right there, and it's not quite enough. 0.56 seconds, and that is the 8th round for Elyptix.
Oh, what a crazy round there. Could win anyone's way. Santi's so close to greatness, but they were just too slow, and Cup holder will just delay that time enough and being able to find that one. I mean, Kian so close to be able to noticing Cup holder there and potentially making that a win for themselves, but unfortunately it is going to be Elyptix winning 2 in a row. They're able to go absolutely nuclear, and now Mommy has had a bit of a slow rest of the rounds, but still 2.0 KD doing phenomenal, as once again they're looking to be a bit aggressive, but remember, they have guns this time.
Yeah, and I miss Mommy taken out immediately. Maybe a little bit of an aggressive lurk into this position that they know Eidrick Milk has been taking every single time. Gorilla trying to lurk back. Ooh, but Santi left in a 2v2. I did not know Piff was there, and neither did Kazi. Piff able to get that kill. Sparky's trying to grab this orb as Piff works his way through long. I don't know if he spotted the gun on that rotate. It doesn't look like he did, but he knows that the race is backed up because of that nade, and Gorilla working up through the A site. This is the win condition currently for the side of Elyptix. They need Gorilla to get up through this A site, but Eidrick Milk is just trained with this jump peek and nade onto Showers, and as soon as Gorilla is spotted, that nade will be thrown, and it is thrown. They know these players are probably leaning towards A, but there's only one on site. Elyptix, however, push up in this short position, and I don't think Sparky's is ready. Cup holder sitting still, and that's going to be the second kill for Elyptix, and a 8-4 half favoring Elyptix.
Honestly, that definitely could have looked a lot worse, but overall, I mean, that was just how they needed to play that Elyptix with a very clean double kill. Of course, these guys need to try to use their utility a bit less in these close quarter situations. I feel like they're getting caught quite a bit too much, but Cup Holder does follow the Elyptix anyway, being able to find that kill, but quite a patient game that last round was. But this is where things does come down to. Will we see another pistol win for Elyptix to really get that lead to bury this ROSO Eido roster? Or will we see ROSO Eido win their third pistol of this series to give their team a chance, start potentially building something, and maybe even get a bonus of their own? It is attack here for Eido. What can they look to do? I'm looking at Santi, not gonna lie, has been the best player for the team. Can they find some chamber kills in this round?
New half, new team. You know, it's all I can say. Gorilla here, trained on the Piv's head in that corner. Eido Milk looking to maybe trade him back, but they're going to focus on this player, Kazi, in long. Kazi's taken out. Gorilla's forced back into elbow. He has to run away. Eido Milk not letting that happen, but Gorilla with good crosshair placements, able to get one Elyptix immediately with that trade back, and it's a 3v3. Kian finally maybe getting activated this half. Sparky's moving up, and Elyptix with a third and a fourth in the round. That's going to be a very clean pistol round for Eido, and maybe some life that they need in this map.
I mean, Elyptix just has been solid in the last 2 rounds, and that just kind of speaks to the type of confidence you can get from one double kill in a round that wins your team just the round in general into the next one that heads into a pistol, getting your team a pistol round. Just exactly what they needed, and it'll get them back into the game. Of course, we have seen some funky business go awry before as Elyptix put the curse down last time. Can they try and play it a bit cleaner, play it a bit safer, and not get caught off guard by the antics? We might see, as it looks like ROSO Eido is going to look to attack this B side again. Is it the same setup for Elyptix for the most part? They have both of their players going down through long. Have to be careful. Kian is here. Oh my.
Yeah, oh my god, that bandit is so strong. I didn't even... Wow, okay. Well, Kian's taken out, and the rest of these players from Eido are looking to take long, and the map is going to be kind of flipped. Santi on the A site is keeping at least 2 of them here. Sparky's.
They have to make a decision. They're still in garden. They don't know where they want to go. They're a bit scared. But if they do go towards this A site, there's so many good positions here to potentially attack. And yeah, this might get a bit dangerous.
Yeah, Coupler's not ready for Santi to be there so close. Ivan's Mommy with this classic and full util might be able to make something happen, but I think wants to wait. No, does not want to wait for their team. Eido Milk finding them on double, taking them out, and that's looking like maybe a pretty clean round for the side of Eido. Elyptix has 3 players, but one of them is low, and they all have pistols. Gorilla does have a Guardian. Maybe he can make something happen, but he's very far away, and the spike was planted a little bit ago. Santi able to find Sparky's, and Eido Milk. Oh my god, they all converged on one player. That's a beautiful round from Eido, actually. A round that they really needed, and it looks like they're slowly starting to build back up.
Yeah, that looked a bit dangerous for a moment with those potential flanks that were there, but just a lot of ones were taken, and they weren't able to find much of anything. So overall, I mean, good round there from ROSO, and we'll see if they can turn this 3 round in a row into potentially 4. If they can find this bonus, they can get themselves and will be back in this game. But what happens here will be a huge question. Elyptix here with the same setup once more are just going to look to do the same shenanigans, and what will Eido look to do as they attack this hookah position?
Yeah, this is the 3rd time Eido's taken hookah, and the 3rd time Gorilla and Kazi are kind of just leaving it alone. Kazi taken out by Santi with that outlaw. The outlaw is so strong. It's like a whole video on how strong it was against like somebody didn't use it, Fnatic didn't use it, and that's why they lost champs or something like that. I don't really know, but the outlaw is so strong. And it's really proving its worth on this 3rd round when Elyptix is trying to full buy, but maybe they don't have enough money for full shields. The Outlaw's just going to take them out one by one.
100%, and it did it right there, and that can punish you for maybe buying a bit too much in the previous round too, and that's going to really cause the split to be super worrying for the side of Elyptix. What are they going to decide to do, as they're going to teleport towards A?
Yeah, this TP is coming, or not TP, I'm so sorry. The flash is coming through. I Drink Milk finding Sparkies immediately. That's going to be a huge kill, leaving them in a 3v5 retake situation. Eido does have a little bit worse weaponry, but not too much worse. I Drink Milk sacrificing a little bit of HP for that nade so that he can get that stall and new positioning. Piff knows where Gorilla is, taking him out. The enemy Viper is down. Piff fighting 1, 2, 3. It's like aim labs in here. It's 7-8, and Eido is finally coming back.
And that is the bonus here for A. That's exactly what they needed to do. They are back in this game. It is not a stomp. And they are here to really fight. And we'll see how the rest of this Elyptix team does decide to play, because they're on the back foot. The confidence is not what it once was, as they're just really able to find these kills. It has been super good from Santi, Elyptix, and I Drink Milk. And now Piff able to find that multi-kill. I mean, you have to be a bit nervous now if you are Elyptix. You need to get back into this game, because ROSO is really pushing that initiative that they just couldn't find in the last half, but now are finding it here.
I mean, they're taking this hookah positioning, and Elyptix is not really adapting to this at all. They have 3 hookah and a free B site. That was one of the fastest B takes I've ever seen. I mean, they're just in the site. I Miss Mommy trying to do something, but he can't stall when he's on the other side. I mean, it's just so hard for Elyptix to really do anything when they just don't have a B site.
Yeah, I mean, their play is just not working, and they just continuously are getting punished. And it does not seem like they are long for this world at all, as they're just getting pushed in their spawn. This is probably one of, if not the first flawless of the tournament, because, I mean, I don't think we have seen one just yet, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think that was the first one. Wow, this is a turnaround. I mean, what was it? It was like 5-1. It was
6-1.
Yeah, it was 6-1. It was 6-1, and then it was 7-3.
I mean,
no. 8-3. It was 8-3. That's crazy. 8-3 is insane.
Yeah, this is a great turnaround here for them, and it all starts from one bonus. Now we're going to see some pressure. They're changing things up. We're getting aggression.
Yeah, finally adapting to this hookah play. Sparky's able to get that kill immediately, but the trade comes out. Gorilla not quite swinging with his teammate, and that's going to cost them a little bit. Gorilla forced to move back here. The flashes are coming through. Elyptix going to dog out Gorilla's position. Gorilla going to have to move away from that. Kian using a paranoia of his own to secure this hookah spot, and even the Seekers are coming out. Gorilla in a very, very tough position, but A-Site is left all alone. There's just a Sage Wall.
Yeah, and once again, it is going to be potentially around here for Eido, as they're just pushing once more. They're looking so strong trying to attack these players, and we really need to see what Elyptix can do, because the pressure is just fully on at this point. As look at this high-low.
Yeah, it's getting pretty scary in here as Piff walked through his own molly to take an odd timing into U-Haul, and the rest of these players from Elyptix are moving in through CT. Gorilla trying to look through heaven, spots a player. I Miss Mommy finding one under Piff. Suddenly seems a little bit more doable. Kian has to be big here from this top position. He's able to get one. That's his 3rd in the round. Santi finding one of his own. I Miss Mommy giving their position away that they are in U-Haul. Santi might not be able to catch him quite off guard, but yes, he does actually, excuse me. That's going to be a round lead for ROSO Eido.
Look at Santi this game, 18-8-1. Pat yourself on the back after that last one, where it just was not going your way, and we really wanted to see more, because usually it would be Kian on this chamber that would be going crazy, but right now Santi is really showing why they are the chosen one for this job, and now somehow it is a round lead for ROSO Eido, and everything kind of just has flipped on its head, and we'll need to see how the fight back can be for Elyptix, where they still haven't called a timeout. They're just going with the flow, and the flow right now is all in ROSO's hands.
Yeah, and this showstopper coming out that I Drink Milk is known not to miss for. That's Gorilla down. I Drink Milk even finding one on the Sparkies, farming those alt orbs immediately after. He gets stunned, and it doesn't really look like he cares. He nades Kazi, or Kazi, however you want to say it, and swings. Oh my god, Kazi with a crazy shot, but Keon, with that trade, I Miss Mommy coming through from behind, may be able to find something with that res, but Elyptix immediately spots him. Help holder from the CT is left all alone with just the Sheriff. He's not really going to be able to do too much. He gets one kill on Elyptix, and that is honestly kind of just an alt orb for Elyptix at this point. I don't think he cares that much about dying, so they have so much money. But that is the 10th round, and the let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th round in a row for ROSO Eido. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, this is exactly what ROSO needed to do to get into this. This will be their toughest round yet. It's going to be a full buy here for Elyptix. They have 4 out of 5, and their 5th ultimate is coming up very soon. So this will be their toughest test. But, I mean, with how good we've seen ROSO play thus far, I mean, I would not be surprised if they're able to expulge quite a bit of ultimates. But Piff will get taken down, but Sparkies cannot find Kian. And I do want to mention, before we get fully into this round, Kian was like 1-8 earlier, now 10-10. Absolutely crazy that Kian is back in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming back. He's a hot gamer boy. What can I say? He's got something to him.
Just got a little spark.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
That is unfortunate. Maybe we will spectate somebody new. I think Kian might have known that it was Kazi here. Maybe
we're going back to. Oh, I can't even spectate Kazi. Damn, it doesn't let me.
Kazi is staking his claim in that wall right there. Coupled,
It's a great
finding
wall.
somebody in short. Oh my god, he turns into the blind. That was so scary. That's why Sky Flushes are so good.
Ooh.
Holy crap, Isaac Milk with a beautiful kill. Kazi's blinded. No!
Kazi lives.
How much can he do on this ace site? He isn't taken out yet by hitting on. He still has time to come back, maybe? I Miss Mommy and Gorilla are not even trying at this point. I mean, it's a 2v4, and they have the entire site. Unless Kazi comes back out of nowhere, I literally cannot believe they haven't found him yet. I cannot. He's just standing in the open.
It's such a good position.
Like, I think I'm going to start standing here more often in my ranked games. Apparently, nobody looks at it. He just missed the spike. Or not the spike, the smoke on the truck. Oh, no, he didn't.
No, Kazi, no. Stay.
Okay, Kian.
Let's go!
Kian is not. Kazi's not spotted. He's gonna die to bomb. Can we give him immortality so he doesn't die to bomb? I feel like that's unfair. Ooh. He's taken out. And we will have to take a tech pause to get Kazi back in here. And, maybe this tech pause is... Maybe Kazi disconnected on purpose, because this is a lot of momentum for ROSO Eido. And if they lose this momentum because of this tech pause... Oh, and we're...
Well, it looks like we're getting a regular pause, and then we're getting a tech pause. So, yeah, I mean, this game kind of does look cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was really unlucky that Kazi went out on this round in particular. I mean, 4 ultimates here, and they lose one of their main players that they desperately needed. I mean, it's just so unfortunate for them overall. I mean, we'll see if they can pull anything else off, but I Drink Milk, Santi, Elyptix just fully in the driver's seat. Like, look at Elyptix for a second. 17 kills. Yeah, okay, yeah, 11 deaths, whatever. 17 assists as well on this Sky.
Yeah.
Just
Sky,
completely taken over.
Sky's like, other than your heal, I guess, unless Elyptix is spamming that heal, like, Sky's a hard, not like necessarily a hard agent to get assists on, but you really need to play with your team. It's not like a smoke agent where, like, if they just like walk through your smoke.
Ooh, did you pause it? Oh, you did pause it
I
during your
did,
timeout.
but
okay.
Is it break?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so
broke
sorry.
it. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, so we're just gonna sit here for another extra couple of seconds.
I'm so sorry. I paused it like as the timeout was happening. I didn't realize it was happening. Oh, was my bad.
10 seconds. Either way, yeah, this is gonna be interesting because it really is looking like ROSO Eido is gonna be tying up this series on their opponent's map. But I mean, we're heading to Haven after this, and ROSO Eido is also attacking on that map, so I feel like they have such a big advantage winning this map, having just a momentum from potentially winning this map, and then going into the next map of Haven, and then having the side select of attack on there, where is usually the better side. So I am very intrigued in general of how everything will ultimately end up.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm so surprised they came back. I mean, what is this? Now is it 8 rounds in a row? Is it 9 rounds in a row? I can't count. There's so many red X's right there. I can't. It's just, I mean, this is kind of insane. This is the last buy round. This is a full force for Elyptix. They have to win this round or they lose this map, their own map pick, that they were 8 and like 2 ahead on or something like that. And now, I mean, I don't even know. This is just, I feel like this is every time I watch a map like this. Anyways, Eido Milk going in through it, this double satchel. He's been doing so much. And Gorilla can't even find that kill because of Kian's beautiful paranoia. And this is already a 3v5. Every single ultimate is available for the 3 players of Elyptix. They have the Showstopper, they have the Seekers, they have the Orbital Strike. Kazi almost just died there. Don't know if he's ready to touch a mouse, and it looks like he's not. Elyptix taking out Kazi. Oh my god,
shot.
couple there getting taken out by Kian. He's so ready for that position. Sparky's left all alone, and not even a single ultimate was used in this 3v5 retake, and the Viper's Pit is up for Piff. Match point, round point, or not round point, map point for Elyptix map pick.
And I would like to add as well, still 4 ultimates in the arms of Elyptix. They have still yet to be able to use them. And the ultimates that have been expended from ROSO Eido are coming back online. Santi's Tour de Force, Elyptix's Prowler or Seekers are almost back for them. A lot of good stuff coming up, and it just looks even more dire by the moment as we're just not seeing the same Elyptix that we did see in that first half, as the momentum has just completely changed during this one.
Yeah, and that lurk smoke coming through from Kian. Is it actually going to give anything away? Sparky's has this position in showers. He's able to see. So they're not going to really be, like, stack A site unless they don't do this re-clear soon enough. But it looks like they're not really prepared for these players to rotate to the B site. Finally, I Miss Mommy's rotating over.
Oh no!
Stacking a little bit heavily towards the B, but Santi with that operator on the Gorilla's jump peak. The Seekers come out now from Kazi. Eido Milk going into hookah and just absolutely spamming Kazi and I Miss Mommy. The Orbital Strike needs to come in clutch here. Needs to fight a little bit. He's going to Orbital Strike the plant. The Showstopper comes through. The Viper's Pit is taken out. Piffo finding the headshot anyways. And Santi with the final kill with an operator is going to give Eido Elyptix map pick.
I mean, what a series we're having right now, as it's tied 1-1, and I'm so excited to see who can really pull it off, as Luke with the gifted subs in the chat. Paul, you, my friend, as ROSO Eido and Elyptix are heading to map number 3. We'll see you in 5 minutes. Good at attacking these as, oh my god, nice shot by Soul Labor with a triple kill! What a kill! Aimbot, what the hell was that? Overdrive is popped as Sparky's will go on site. Rolling Thunder is used to try and stop them out, and the return will come too. Sosu finds a trade with Tapsy. Coupled or lone side Confide with a double kill, triple kill for Confide. This KJ flipping the odds as Tyler C is alone and afraid. Confide with a quadra.
Timmy Fish working his way up. I mean, that's just incredible. He's going to be able to find people. He's going to be able to find Sunset. This is the player we've talked about before. Yeah, and this is a good smoke placement. He's able to play close. He's not going to get blinded by this. Snorlax is going to run through. He's not going to find that pickup. Timmy Fish will.
Look at this flank from closely.
Oh, Fossey on the flank gets one, probably gonna get two. Might even get an ace, honestly, here with it. He gets the 4K, unable to get the ace. Jiggly cleans it up. Cookies was able to kill Fossey, but I mean, Fossey got 4. The round's pretty much over from there.
They play it. They do have the worst weaponry, but these stingers can work really well up close. This has to find one. We'll find a quadra kill through the box. Didn't even know that was happening. Confide will finish it off and clip that, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6-5. The trades are looking good as Karina could potentially find another. Won't find just yet. It's Timmy Fish with the triple kill. It's all left to this solo Yoro Pregnant Hippo. Can you find one? Will finds the second. What a double kill for Pregnant Hippo. Can you find the next? Is it Void is sticking for now. Doesn't know where Pregnant Hippo is. Can you clutch out the round? Oh, won't find the kill just yet. But with the right click, what a clutch from Pregnant Hippo. It's a 1v3 to secure the first round for Tacti Bears.
He's on the seaside, so that will create some stall. However, Blaze is completely walled off, but Bushy takes out Pyrus.
What they worship, and it is what they will continue to go to. As look at this, 4 players in Waterfall. They're looking to attack, but Bushy
gets 3, gets 4. He's on his way to an ace. He's gonna keep Boba single-handedly alive in this game as Zom takes him down. Now the rest of Boba gotta lock in and kill this one poor player of Zom in Waterfall. Nova's gonna do some skin shopping here, try to find Zom and take him down.
Okay, Wife Buff just finds Slay, and I was going to say that Slay, after that using the Nightfall last round, is already halfway back to it. Fuzzy Nanook is able to find a quick relief of finding another player, but Wife Buff just pushes through. The pure ego coming through, not using any utility. Clone comes through, finds a 4th, and he is on for the ace, as all it will take is to find Snorlax, who is just going to get spotted out in mid. The 1-tap coming through.
Retake is just too clean. It's all up to Hapsy. He gets 2.
Oh my god!
He gets an ace. Oh my goodness, Hapsy.
What a round from Hapsy! One of the craziest aim sprees I just saw!
Instantly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, triple kill for Cookers! That just happened, alright. Salthammer will find 1, but this round is no longer looking for...
Is able to drop, dodges a flash. Will find 1. And it looks like it's all up to Soulhamer here to take Vortex into match point, and I don't know if he knows. And he does, but what
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And Snorlax gets 1.
Run,
His
Snorlax!
frenzy is good. I think Soulhamer wants this.
The bomb is down too. I mean, they know there's only 2 positions Snorlax can realistically be here, and they're going to cover both of them. The question is, can Snorlax clutch this out? So Soulhammer's actually pushing up against the frenzy. This could hurt, and knows where!
No! Oh, the ace was so close. He's too greedy. Way too greedy. Snorlax's frenzy is insane. Oh my god, the headshot! He gets the clutch. Smoke comes through that's going to allow Honda to walk through, and Hapsy working the way behind B. Handan has used that space well as Howie finds Handan. Zoe on the B side has time to plan. This could be the clutch of all time. 5, 4, the time isn't there.
Oh!
No, the 4K clutch will tie up Lotus. Has the time, they're all looking away. He spots all the players, he finds 2. Malacry with such low HP, the annihilation happens, and it's not connected. Malacry is gonna run all the way to the B site.
Dream Fury has to clear every single angle, and it's going to be an early fight here. Malacry might not be ready for this.
I don't think he is either. He spots the gun, and Malacry's not looking the right way. It's gonna be overtime.
But it looks like things have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how they actually do end up playing this. They're just trying to find any positioning. It looks like they're going through garage, and they will find Chosen One as they're going to continue the aggression shoots. You're playing this fight, and they will get the trade anyway. It's going to be a 3 versus 3 advantage still towards Aura Farmers as they're able to find bananas as well. But you have to be careful here. Ooh, Soymik almost with the wisp, but Strew Bussy will get the trade. It's all left to Greedy. The only person left was Zero Deaths. Can't find the pick. Get taken down. Greedy with a 4K and will hurt all the souls of Aura Farmers.
He's not going to get spotted. Wazowski
Oh!
is going to find 2 in the round. Slay gets 2. Maybe a misstep from Tactibears, but it's all onto Hondan to be able to stop this defuse. Scan comes through. Bomb is tapped. Slay is watching for Honda, and he swings, and Slay is able to find it. Spades tie it up off of such heroics.
He's dead. It's a free flank from Hapsy. The trades are coming through from on site.
But Zex is getting all the other kills.
Yeah.
Rolling
The
Thunder
Warrior comes
hits
through.
2.
It's gonna stop the defuse, and it's gonna hit both of them. Hapsy is not enough, and the kill comes through from the blast pack. The defuse goes through, and that is the win for Appa.
But Novaz and Bush are going to try to do it anyway.
Oh, the
big
shots
damage.
are. They know they're in there. Soy Milk ready for these players. He's not gonna find any as Bushy flicks right onto his head. Clay's in the heaven, spots a player long. Pyrosit is gonna stop him from peeking as Zinni takes down Bushy. Clay's peeking out of heaven, is not able to claim Pyrosit, and it's all up to Novaz in a 1v1 situation.
Oh, no.
Can he find some? There's no more ammo. He reloads and gets the triple kill to secure the pistol round for Boba. Clean up the round, trading him out. Swifty and... Oh my god, Swifty gets 2. Clays gets 1.
Swifty
It's a
alone.
1v2. Swifty all alone. Can he win this clutch? It is his round to win. It is their gun round. He tries to peek as Clays has this outlaw train. He's shooting his squad there as Swifty gets all 4 kills.
ISO is definitely going to go through this, right? Like, there's no way. Oh, Thrash will come through. Will not spot them.
Oh my god. I think he knows they're in TP still. Oh my god! What is happening?
Well, they know where both of them are now, and they're...
The Spades, once again, take the C site, have
This
very
judge.
enrooted positions, and Nanook just runs through, takes down Salty, and there goes the Outlaw, folks. And he gets 3 with the judge. Oh my goodness, it's almost an ace! Hondon has to shut him down, and he'll take a Bulldog for himself. But that's 4 in the round. It's just Raps. They're going to run him down. Hondon not going to able to find any value.
With the better guns, as Bobo pushed through, Jigglytofu finds one as Zinni gets the trade. Novaz is going to be taking down the swings, aren't quite in time, as Clays blinds all of them, finding Pyros in. It's a 3v3 situation right now, as Zinni finds his 3rd. Zinni finds his 4th, and he's on his way to ace in this round.
I mean, Zinni is just going crazy in this game, and Zinni might be able to find the ace.
Zinni going through the
Oh,
smoke
no.
here. He's behind Bushy. Bushy, they're timing each other. And Zinni's gonna get the ace.
That fault point. And aggressive cookies goes down. Moha finds 3! Huge picks by this Phoenix. And that is so big for Boba to get back into this. Can Koopa Troopa find anything as this Phoenix goes nuclear? Poking and prodding positions. D-Blue just going straight on site. We'll get 1, but we'll get taken down as all the fights are going to be tied up for the current moment. A lot of damage done. Abby looking for more, but Reaper going absolutely crazy. 1 HP now on a few members, but Reaper has a triple kill. Looking for even more as Howie in the smoke. Can you find anything? Finds 1. Time running out. Finds another. Looking for a 4th. It will find it. A clutch from Howie will secure another pistol round for Team Appa.
Taking down Slay. It's all up to D-Blue. And he's not going to be able to find the pick. However, Rain gets the trade out. It's a 1v3 situation, 1v2 situation. Rain could make this happen. He's a player known to be able to do this. There's 1 player in market, 1 player on top side. Rain takes a step. They know where he is. The stun comes through. He dodges the stun. He finds 1. It's a... And he gets the final pick onto Timmy Fish, giving Match Spade some life in this game. Antagonist all alone with the breach ult. We've talked about before. He takes the spike tap, and that's gonna cause Pyros to rip his ult. And there's enough time for Antagonist to get the spike down, and Bananas has to run. He's going through stairs. Antagonist hears him from the back.
Oh!
With the clutch! That's gonna be a clutch for Antagonist.
If Snow can catch these players on the flank, or will they clear it? It's going to be so close. Snow, watch out! And Clays is not going to kill just yet. Don't do it, Clays.
Oh,
no, Clays.
No.
You're better than this, Clays. No.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Mask Madness Season 4, as we are heading to game number 3 in this beautiful, fantastic series between ROSO Eido and Elyptix. It was a very interesting first map where we did see a bit of a slow comeback from Elyptix overall, and they're able to take that one on split. And then the last map, Elyptix, they looked like they had a home run for the win of the series, but unfortunately, it just did not pan out that way as the big comeback from ROSO. Eido ultimately won that map, and they look phenomenal heading in the Haven. I'm Rhodes, joined with Super and Steph, are going to be observing for this Game 3. Super, what are your thoughts as we head to the final game of the first series of Mass Madness Season 4?
I am so confused, and I do not know what is going to happen. I can't even lie. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see. I love seeing Piff on Neon. It's like so random, but it's really cool. Every time he plays on a team, he randomly just plays Neon on Haven, and it's like awesome. But also, I've never seen Elyptix play Haven before. I know this team, most of Eido, and I know that they're very good on Haven, and they do kind of some weird wacky, like the Reyna right there. They're a little bit wacky with how they play Haven, but I don't know Elyptix, and honestly, Elyptix is full of surprises. They won their not map pick. They like got stomped on defense on a defense side of the map on their map pick. So, I mean, honestly, it's just kind of confusing, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's going to be an interesting time heading in here, and I'm very intrigued to see who can come out on top. The attack is going to be the starting for ROSO Eido, as we are getting a Reyna and a Neon heading into our first map of Haven, and I assume our first of many maps of Haven, as this map pool is absolutely crap heading into this season here. Who can come out on top and who can thrive? We've seen 3 pistol wins won by ROSO throughout this series so far. What will Elyptix try to do, as they've only won 1?
Sparky's already making an aggressive play. It looks like the entire team of Elyptix is towards A, except for Gorilla, who's left on C alone. Oh my god, and Eido's going through B, into A, into the stack side of A. Okay, they're planning on B, but they're getting this space close, and Sparky's is gonna swing off that blind. Not really able to find too much. Couple, they're getting 2 of his own, but Elyptix answering back immediately. 2 of their own. It's a 2v3 Gorilla on the other side of this map. He's left all alone. He's been all alone this whole round. He hasn't really found anything. He's trying to take a short timing, but Elyptix with 3, and he's not looking to his left for Keon, and that's going to be the pistol round for Eido, and a strong start from the last strong finish they just had.
Not a great start you want here for, if you are Elyptix. Another pistol round for ROSO. Elyptix starting it off strong with a beautiful last map there with a lot of assists, including the kills, and Kian being able to start with the kill is definitely very scary. Was a very slow, didn't usually pop off as much as we usually see, but now I'm intrigued to see what this anti-eco does look to try to perform. What can we see here from ROSO, as the Killjoy will be pushed off of Garage?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel bad for Gorilla. He's just kind of alone on C. The rest of the team towards A, trying to work their way back through B. Cup holder, the only player with some kills on the side of Elyptix, is working his way, maybe trying to get that ult up from the shadows. Isn't the strongest ultimate, but it is an ultimate to have. It's something you can work with. It's not an ability you have too often.
Yeah, it's quite a slow round with how fast it kind of kicked off to, but I assume we're going to see a lot of movement here, and they have to be careful.
Yeah, the stun, or not the stun, but the stall from I Miss Mommy. That spam is so huge. Kian, though, and I Drink Milk and Piff all getting so many kills. Piff trying to farm this ult orb for I Drink Milk. He's going to find his 3rd, and that is the 2nd round in a row. And a pretty good anti-eco for the side of Eido.
Yeah, definitely not too shabby at all, and it kind of started off a bit scary, but with I Drink Milk being able to find that triple and really contributing towards getting that Empress, I mean, it is a perfect round overall for this team. Now the question is, in that last map, both of the pistols and their subsequent rounds turn into a bonus victory for their team. What will happen on Haven? Can we see this a bit of the same magic for either team here is going to be the question, as Mommy had a beautiful last start of the last map. Can they find something now as they're looking to attack C?
Piff with this judge could work his way up into garage. I miss Mommy in a very, very close position. Could be very, very dire. He's spotted out by the drone, and he's stuck on this right side. He's able to get one, but it is not quite enough, and you need more than one on your gun round. Gorilla finally getting some teammates, finally getting some guys walk back to him over towards garage, but he has to hold such a passive angle on C, and Elyptix has the entire, or not Elyptix, excuse me, Eido has the entire mat. Kind of working for them.
I mean, this is more discipline than we have seen from Eido throughout this series so far. They're just playing so calm and collected right now, really trying to find the advantages that they're able to get around the map, as we see Elyptix also being quite the stoic warriors they are. You see Cupholder just trying to listen for any notification of anyone around the map. Has that drone on B so they know someone goes there. And now with this noise proc, they're going to know exactly where to go. It's a 4v4. Who can win this A hit? We need to see Elyptix step up, or this map could be over before it even started.
Piff working his way up into this very close position. The dart is going to come through. That's going to signal the retake to happen from Elyptix. Keon not quite landing both the shots that he needs to, but Sparkies is low. Kazi, though, finding Piff. That's going to be the biggest kill. Atrix trying to do a run and gun, and Santi not able to find enough. That is the round for Elyptix that they needed, and this is starting to look a little bit more like normal Valorant than the last map was.
I mean, Captain Piff right there just had such a nice angle, found so much damage, but as we know throughout these tournaments, if you find damage, that's fine, but if you can't find the kill, it will come back to bite you, and that's what happened right there. They just couldn't find enough. Sparky was able to win their 1v1s, and everything did come up Elyptix right there. That is a round that they really need to be able to find, and we'll see if they can continue to try and find the rest of these rounds, as we are going to continue in this map. 2-1 the score. Elyptix gonna be having that Hunter's Fury online for the Sova, a very powerful ultimate. The question is, how will they use it?
Working his way up. This drone to re-clear from Kaz is actually really, really smart, but Piff with that stun through, and he's able to find one, and Kaz stun gets the other. I mean, I guess, bro, like, Keon in long. The rest of these players towards, well, not the rest, but Elyptix and Eidrick Milk towards short. There's two players tacked towards A, and this is kind of gonna, Eido's gonna want to work the map a little bit more. They're leaving Eidrick Milk inserted.
I am a bit worried though for Elyptix. We've seen how slow they play these rounds, and I do wonder if it will eventually bite them in the butt, but for now it is working out to their strengths. They don't have too much of annoyance around these sites to really hurt them overall, so they're just going to continue playing to their strengths with their abilities. They still have that Killjoy drone on B, so they know if someone tries to trigger that, and then they can rush accordingly. The question is, how will this Reyna play towards A? They know they want the slow lurk. The question is, what timing will they find?
With the players on B, but Eidrick Milk with a beautiful timing that you were just talking about. Keon with one of his own on I Miss Mommy. 20 seconds left, and Eidrick Milk is forced to take this fight. Kazi finding that kill. What a beautiful shot. Gorilla and Kazi in a 2v2 situation. Keon on 10 HP. It's going to be very close, but Santi, with that beautiful crosshair placement, is able to find Kazi, and it's all up to Gorilla, a player who has yet to shine the entire series. He's in the position to win himself a 2v1 that could mean everything for his team.
GLIT needs to find something here. It's going to be so difficult.
He's going to be very close. Gorilla moving his way through the map, but he's not going to spot the right players. Keon again from behind gone. It's the second time he's done that to Gorilla, and that's going to be the third round for Eido, a round that Elyptix really, really desperately needed.
Yeah, for sure. As the ultimate's slowly coming up for both teams. I mean, there are one-off many of these ultimates here for either team. I mean, it is just not going to be enough, I don't think, for Elyptix. We'll see what they want to ultimately buy. Kazi currently holding that Vandal in hand, but surely will be sold. And no, maybe not. I mean, this is a bit of a dangerous buy. Kazi will eventually go to the Bulldog, though. So a weak buy overall, and we'll see how both these teams play. Milk, though, finds Gorilla through C, and that is a perfect opportunity here for them to play this game.
Yeah, and allowing this Rainy to just scale sight while Piff lurks is a choice that you can do with these two duels. But Sparky's anyways popping that refract, and Keon has that unfortunate TP. No one's holding back sight for him, and he's going to get punished for that. Piff, though, on this flank, his Sentinels senses are coming back to him. He gets that stun. It's going to be a beautiful kill, and Eido Milk with that trade immediately onto him. That's the 4th round, and Eido are keeping that momentum they had from last map.
I mean, you're seeing the confidence here from Piff and I Drink Milk in that play. They just want to go fast. They want to go nuclear, and they are able to find exactly what they wanted. 4-1 is the score, favoring ROSO Eido. And like I said at the start of this map, I was worried for Elyptix because starting on attack on Haven feels like such a big bonus after that momentum gained in the last map, and it's really starting to hit them now. Question is, what will Elyptix look to do? Sparky's eyeing an aggressive play through mid.
Walking through, and MVSK able to get 2 of his own out of nowhere. It's a blink of an eye, and you miss it. Elyptix finally getting that trade, but that's a 2-for-1, and this convergent paths could mean everything for the side of Elyptix. This could be the round that Elyptix needed to get that momentum to stop Eido in their tracks, and Keon is not quite letting them have it.
Bit of weak smoke.
That weirdest smoke comes through. It's actually might be one of the best smokes, worst smokes I've ever seen for the cup holder. He could really make a lurk play through that. But Keon, or not Keon, excuse me, Santi, putting that Cypher trip down is not going to let them walk through CT. Now they're in the optimal post-plant positions, but Sparky's has this convergent path.
Yeah, convergent pass
He's
is
going to be
available.
able to hit at least 2 of them with this, and Omen could TP behind them as this is happening.
Here it is.
Convergent path comes through, and it hits only Santi. Gorilla, though, finding the player down long, and that's so huge. Keon trying to hold for Santi, getting able to get 1 and not able to find the next. Gorilla with 2 in the round, giving his team a chance in this map.
I honestly thought they were fine after Convergent Pass, but Elyptix somehow fell, has the Hunter's Fury available to use to even stall them out or whatever they need, but just falls before the hit even happens, and that just completely blew apart what they were trying to do on that site. ROSO Eido, they wanted to try and play for that, but unfortunately got a bit too antsy, and the Sova did fall, and so did the rest of the team there. Very nice play from Elyptix as they're still trying to get back into this game, still down by 2 rounds. Gorilla 1 off of that lockdown now. We know how good that ability can be, but I feel like it is a bit weaker sometimes on defense, especially on this map just because of how big it is, but we'll see how it is played as Piff being aggressive.
Yeah, Piff loves
my God.
running it down as Neon. Cup holder is just not even looking in the right direction. Piff taking him out, and Gorilla left alone towards this C site. MVSK kind of preparing for this retake. They have Breach ult, they have Sova ult. They're choosing not to use them on the plant just yet. They want the Flood to be a little bit later, as both the Sova and the Waylay are stuck towards the A site.
Bit weird position from them for sure, and it is kind of stifling how they want to retake this. They're really going for this 2v2 pinch play, but they're going in 1-by-1 right now. They have to be careful.
Yeah, the stun comes through. Ooh, but Eido Milk finding MVSK. That might be the round, but Gorilla Cat have something to say about that. Eido Milk, however, and Keon, these 2 players have been doing everything for this team. And I mean, yeah, that's just another round for Eido. They're looking so strong on this attack side. They love their attack sides, and they're just really, really dominating on the Haven.
Yeah, it's 5-2 now. Once again, whatever team is not, one team is afraid to use their ultimates, the other is not. The Empress was locked and loaded and able to find a bit of damage for the troubles of Eido Milk. 4 now in the pockets for Elyptix, 3 in the pockets for this ROSO Eido team, but once again, they're going to be having to go onto a bye because they just did not fight back enough, and it really felt a bit uncoordinated, I will say, in that retake. So I do wonder what Elyptix can show in this next round as ROSO are heading towards that garage position. Be careful, mommy, because you're not long for this world.
Mommy was careful. Eido Milk finds 1. Sparky's getting the trade on the other side of the map into that lurker, though. That's what I think Sparky's has been looking at for the entire time, actually. The more I think about it, Sparky's is always walking up A, and I think he's finally found that pick on Asante, the timing. Oh, but Keon's timing timing. Behind onto Gorilla. They're back to back. It's so
Gorilla
cliche.
found the kill.
Oh, Gorilla finds the kill on a I Drink Milk. That's so valuable. This is so hard.
Spike planted.
Actually, it's not that hard. It's a 2v3, and the guns are in favor of Eido, but there's an extra player. Oh, now the guns are in favor of Elyptix. Keon, though, in this aggressive position, he's going to paranoia his teammate, and that's going to be unfortunate. I don't think it would have mattered much anyways. Keon trying to make everything happen. He finds 1, 5, 2, 4! Oh my god, Keon, this is why you were the MVP of the Boba Bash tournament. You are a beast. That is the 6th round for Eido.
Friendly fire, but who cares at the end of the day? 11-3-2 is Keon now on this Omen. A 4K clutch to pull out potentially one of the plays of the tournament. Does not care if they have the disadvantage in weapons, because we'll just shoot you down. That could be the nail in the coffin right there. We need to see Elyptix get back into the still 4 ultimates in their pockets, as once more ROSO Eido are looking to take the advantage, looking to take the initiative. And what will they do as mid once again might be pressured? And you have to be careful, because cup holder, you know there's players here, but will you find the pick?
It's a beautiful choice for a Phantom skin. I love that skin. The B smokes are coming through. The blind Reinabind comes through, and Piff's wall. That is the BXX happening. Kazi immediately responds with that. Hunter's Fury finding I Drink Milk in a very, very important time. Elyptix firing back on a cup holder. Piff going into the CT, finds one. I miss Mommy with a quick trade, but that was close. The Rolling Thunder comes through, but Santi with the flank. The Rolling Thunder isn't enough. Santi with the ult, and it's a 2v2 Sparkies from behind. I don't know how Elyptix didn't know he was there. Maybe it was a timing or something, but Santi walking through onto Kazi. What's going on? Sparkies kills the guy in the main, and it's a 1v1 situation. Sparkies only has 30 HP. He has the refract available, but he has to take care of this camera. He's removed the tracking dart from him. Santi doesn't quite know where he is. That was a good cross from Sparkies. The timing was right, but the spike is on such a low timer. Santi has to walk up. He's halved it, and it doesn't matter. Santi with the 3K and the lurk claims that round, and that's another round for Eido.
I don't even know what to say. That was just absolutely bonkers what just happened from both teams. But Santi just able to find exactly what they need at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the Sentinel able to pull off that one. Just so many 1v1s were taken, and Sparky's close to greatness, but it just wasn't enough. It's a 7-2 lead, as we might see it go even higher. A buy will be now bought by Elyptix. It's not the best in the world. A lot of half armors, but it'll do for now. What can they do?
Sparkies with the convergence path. Put it down. Piff has to try to run out of it. He's stuck. He's blind. Sparky's stunned. He's stunned. Actually, that stun from Piff meant a whole lot. Maybe not all these players are going to... Never mind. Never mind. They are all dead. That's a 3K for Sparkies. And Santi's left alone. On the other side of the map,
very good.
The alarm bot.
Hey, you know, who doesn't love a shooting range, you know, down the A area? It's always a fun time, but this round may not be over just yet. If Santi can find the correct timing, this could go interesting, but...
Ooh, but I think there was a shout. Couple there, unfortunately, had a little bit of an unfortunate crosshair placement, but the spike is so far away, and Sparkies and Gazi have so much positioning, and with Gorilla working up heaven onto Santi, I don't know how much longer Santi can survive. Gorilla a little bit worried to peek here. Oh my god, he knows he's going short, and he's going to calm that out to his team. Kazi and Sparkies know where these players is. The dart's going to come through to try to stall Santi. He's got 30 seconds left to deal with 3 different players. Sparkies trying to play off of Kazi. This does come through. The spam is going to happen. Santi spam isn't going to quite connect. He finally retrieves the spike, but he has no idea Gorilla's is towards long. Gorilla. He's going to miss a timing, and he's going to run through. The Gorillas isn't going to be able to land the shots. Santi spotted all 3 players. 14 seconds. Santi turns around to try to kill the player, and now there's 8 seconds left, and he's planning.
They think he went B.
They think he went B, and the refract happened, and now these 2 players are on long, and one guy is coming through from CT. Santi has the time to try to take each of these players one by one. Sparkies is finally regrouped with Gorilla, and Gorilla taking him out on his own. The most weird ring around Rosy I've seen in a while, and it's finally gonna end in Elyptix's favor. And that's another huge round.
That is a gigantic round to stop the momentum once more. And maybe they can potentially find a bit more in their shoulders, because if you look at the money list right now, I mean, even though it was 7-2, the money for ROSO is not what it may seem, as they're actually going to be calling a timeout coming into this round. I mean, this is exactly what Elyptix kind of hope for here, because they're able to find quite the advantage coming into this next one.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting positioning. I know they can't see everything, so it looks funnier to us than it does to them.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the decisions they're making like make sense in their brain, but it is so funny. I mean, some of these rounds are hilarious, are so funny, and it's so entertaining. I love watching this Elo. It's just a little bit more like scrappy than watching VCT. Every time I watch a VCT, it's like a chess match being played out, and this is like
Hey,
checkers.
this is the best chess match. I don't want. This is an amazing one. You know, this is strategy upon strategy, which is vibes. That is what this game is. And I mean, yeah, this has just been quite the fun series, and definitely one of the better ones to open up this season with, as we're gonna head to round number 11 in the first half. 2 rounds before we head to the next one. Can we see this comeback from Elyptix? Can they make this a 7-4, maybe a 7-5? Let's find out here, as it looks like more mid aggression. Can they hold it off? Because Mommy is here. Mommy wants to defend.
Yes. The alarm bot is in garage, and it looks like Piff is gonna try to take out the Sentinel util. It looks like they're leaning towards C. I don't think they've ended C very often. It's been maybe a few times they've tried, but it's not been very often. They've definitely heavy B, heavy A, because of this double duelist. It's a little bit easier to hit that B side, especially with that Neon. But C, Gorilla in this stalemate with Santi, they're trying to play timings off of each other. They're waiting for the other player to walk up, and I don't know when it will happen. This is a very, very slow round compared to what we've seen Eido do most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how they will fight it. And Milk will fall the Mommy in garage, and trades are coming back and forth. Piff finds another. 2.
Yeah, Piff getting that kill. Gorilla finally able to find Santi. Kazi find Keon. We knew that kill was coming eventually. We were watching. Elyptix and Piff forced it back up because of this breach util. It's just up to them. The Hunter's Fear is available. I don't know if they will use it quite yet. Piff able to get that kill on a Gorilla, but I miss Mommy with that immediate trade. Elyptix doesn't quite have the weaponry to deal with Mommy just yet. Elyptix just trying to get that spike plant down. They need the money. The blind comes through, and he's on 1 HP because of that spam. 2 HP because of that spam. He gets spotted from the dart. The shock darts are coming through. He's dodging everything, bobbing and weaving, and Kazi finally able to find that wall bang. And it's 4-7, and this is all of a sudden looking doable, because why wanted it?
I mean, I would not be surprised if this map went into OT, just because of how the series kind of has gone with a lot of different just comebacks in general, as Kian now used to have quite the big KDA, now going to be put down to a 2.0, but I mean, both these teams are really just having that fight back. I would like to see a bit more probably out of cup holder for them, but I mean, we'll see what Elyptix can do. I think they're still quite in this game. They still have that lockdown that they've had since like round 5-ish, so I'm curious to see what Gorilla GYT will do eventually for it, but I feel like they never find themselves in a good position for these retakes overall.
Yeah. Looks like they're leaning towards garage yet again. They like leaning towards this B garage area. Eido does. They've kind of defaulted towards A, and there's 3 players stacked towards A. They've conditioned enough. There's literally nobody on the C site, but I think Gorilla pushing up that last round has scared Santi to actually lurk up. Now there's kind of this weird, like, fake stalemate that Eido's putting themselves into. They've gotten rid of the Senti util, which is really, really, really important. But they're working up B, and I mean, just like not even looking at the angles that are available to them. And I miss Mommy and Couple, they're just going to get to their own. Keon teleporting from behind. He's able to find one. He doesn't know where the next is. He's just heard him through the gunfire, though. Smokes are going to have to come through now. Cup Holder playing inside this smoke close. It's a 3v4 4, and only 2 of them are towards site. Keon is left all alone. Santi, his lurk is kind of denied because of this KJ. Keon is forced to maybe do some damage when these players move out, and he's got 2 seconds left. It doesn't matter anyway. Sparky's is going to take him out. No players are detained. Elyptix has to do everything. He's able to hit that ultimate, but Cup Holder swinging out, and because of that KJ util, I don't think Santi has the time, and Gorilla's so aware of that lurk. It's a 5-7 half, and even though Elyptix are down, they are on the come up.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very good round there, and I said I want to see a bit more from Cup Holder, and able to find a few picks, really giving their team a chance. Now, here is where everything comes down to, as we need to see if they can win a pistol round. It is 4-1 in favor of ROSO Eido for those pistols, and this game technically would be 5-5 if we're not counting those pistol and the subsequent round afterwards. So it is anyone's game who can win it here. This really does potentially decide the match, and 9-5 in favor of ROSO Eido looks a lot better than 7-7, looking down the barrel of that comeback that really won them the game last time around. What can the attack for Elyptix do? 3 players are trying to defend here for ROSO.
Slow on this pistol. He's able to find a kill. He's finally reactivated. He was very, very strong towards the beginning of the first half. And he kind of started to fall off, but that first kill might mean everything for his confidence that he needs. The rest of these players from Elyptix are working up the A-long area, while Gorilla on this lurk is trying to find Kian, but Kian is so ready with this classic in hand. He's playing close. He has the right click available to him, but he pulls out the smoke at maybe the wrong time. And he starts running, and Gorilla doesn't hear it. And all of a sudden, 3 players have gotten kills, and it's a flawless pistol round. I didn't even know what was going on the other side of the map. I was so focused on Gorilla and Keon, but that is a beautiful pistol round from Eido to secure the round lead. And now we're just waiting for a caster curse to happen, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 9-5. And that means Elyptix has to do everything that they can to win the round after that, because putting yourself on 10 on an eco is very, very dire.
Yeah, I mean, Kian back on to a 2.0 KD, has the outlaw in hand, Piff with an outlaw in hand. I mean, this is looking down the barrel, not figuratively at all, because Piff able to find Gorilla with it, and that should probably secure this round here. 9-5 potential for this team, but it's not over yet. Santi here with the stinger.
Yeah, the 4 players of Elyptix group him in garage. Shanti kind of has like a little bit of a feeling that he thinks garage is a little dangerous. He's gonna leave it alone and lurk around. And these players are actually leaving Seaside open, and grouping up when you have better guns is definitely the play. But leaving the entirety of Seaside, oh my god, was the craziest little jiggle. They are all grouped up on the right side. They have no idea where these players are. They're like, oh, they have to be in A. I just jiggled garage. Obviously, they're in A.
This is like whack-a-mole right now. They have no idea where they're coming from. And once this trip is shot, I mean, they should know at this point. They know that there is no way that they are not there. And yeah, the trip's going to be shot, and they are going now. But the Omen is looking down the scope. What can Kian do?
Oh, my god, he can do a lot. That's a 3K. What a beautiful couple shots. It is eco, so it's a little easier. But Sparky's is left alone to try to get any kills, and Kian farming those alt orbs with that ghost and that outlaw is going to be so huge. And that's another flawless in the bag for Eido.
This is where the game comes down to now for Elyptix. If they cannot win this game, if it's a bonus here for this team of ROSO Eido, it just may as well be over. They have these outlaws in hand. They will not do full damage because there's full armor across the board for Elyptix, so they have that going for them. But Kian is feeling it this game after that last map where they won, but just had a tragedy of only a neutral KD. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. Kian.
Sparky's with a beautiful readjust. Went on to that headshot for Kian. Kian didn't end up landing a body tag, so Piff is able to kind of work up here. He has 1 body shot available to him, and it's Sparky's. Gorillas walking down. The timing is barely spotted. Piff and Gorillas aren't really looking at each other. Gorilla gonna find the kill. I just milk with the judge. So close. He's only able to kill 1 person with it. Two players, though, are so low on the side of Elyptix, and this Ares can be so strong for Elyptix. I think they know he's there, though, and the smoke dissipates at the worst time for Elyptix. Only one player low for Elyptix. He has to run away, jumping the Ares. That's 4 kills for Sparkies, though. That's really strong. They farmed the ult orbs on the right player. That convergent pass can mean so much. He's only 1 away. 16, 12, and 4, by the way. I didn't even see Sparky's doing a lot for his team right now, trying to keep them alive. If they can farm this ult orb for this way, this convergent pass could mean so much.
Yeah, 100%, especially taking these sites, and we'll see. I do want to see the ultimate attack plan here for Elyptix, because now they have kind of the driver's seat being on attack. They dictate what around the map what ROSO is able to actually play for. We'll see, as they're actually going to try and dictate some stuff themselves, as they're pushing down mid a bit, and they're still going.
Yeah, Piff running down mid, using this Neon very, very powerfully. Piff able to find the kill. Sparky's, though, swinging, finding Drink Milk, and that's a very, very important player down.
It's not over yet.
In a bad spot, Piff trying to jump up through garage. I wonder if Sparky's is in the smoke. He isn't quite yet. Sparky's might be on a wrong timing. Piff has walked through so much. Oh, but Sparky's or Piff is not looking the right direction. Keon able to find one. Oh, and the activation was almost there. I saw the vision for Keon, but cup holder putting him in his place, taking him down. The converging path is available, and Santi and Elyptix are left alone to kind of do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be extremely difficult for Elyptix and Santi to do, especially after this map has been a bit slow for them. They haven't been able to play too much to their strength. Of course, they are on defense now where they can shine a bit harder, but for now, this is looking extremely difficult for them to fight into. They have that recon dart to at least use, but I mean, I am really unsure what they will be able to pull off. Sparky's has that convergent pass. I really don't want them to use it, but if they can somehow make Sparky's use that ultimate ult, it would just completely change the game for them, because the giant ultimate in a potential losing round.
Yeah, Santi throwing that cage up, but it's going to trigger the paranoia, and Gorilla's able to get that kill. Gorilla able to get a second, and that's also closer to the cage, y'all. We're starting to stack ults, and it's also going to be an eco for the side of Eido. Kinda, actually. It's more like a half buy. 2 players can buy guns.
They can, but should they?
Scary. Yeah, but should they? And looks like they're not going to. Maybe except for Drink Milk, because he doesn't need to buy util. But
true. But either way, I mean, this is looking like quite the game right now. It's only 7-9 now, and it's really anyone's time. Of course, it has been Sparky's, and now Gorilla kind of leading the pace, but can the rest of the team really show up? As look at towards the A site, Piff completely up through A. Now they have so much space, but unfortunately, the bomb is going nowhere towards there. What can Santi do? Doesn't have util to defend.
Yeah, I think they were so committed to putting Piff up on that A line. They didn't notice that all the other players were on C, and they couldn't really stack this site properly.
Oh, no!
Oh, but looking Keon getting 2 kills. That's huge. Gorilla finally answering back. He's been huge for his team so far. Santi stuck in this corner. He's paranoid. They're trying to swing him, but it's not quite enough. Santi finally able to get taken down by cup holder Cassie. Trying to make something happen. Keon with the Sheriff. He's been so good. He's not able to connect on a cup holder, though. The enemy Omen has taken him down. Elyptix, though, finding one, and it's up to cup holder in a 1v2, and Piff finds him from up above. That's an eco round for Eido, and this is so game-changing.
In a round that they desperately needed to win it to cement momentum back. It would have been a 1-round game. Unfortunately for them, it is now a 3-round deficit, giving so much economy to ROSO Eido. Kian going 21-10-3. Piff able to find another kill, getting even in KD with I Drink Milk. I mean, the supporting cast is really starting to show up, and unfortunately, just not the round for Elyptix. They just could not find everything they needed, and they need to pay attention now, because once again, there's aggression coming up through A, and they're less set up to have success than they were last round.
And the convergence path is pulled out from Sparky's. Maybe getting ready for potential A, but Piff is like it's been 20 seconds of the round, and Piff is already up. Mid round has started. They have to make some reclears. They're making some reclears in the garage.
Yeah, they know
The
the
drone
So's
comes
pushed
through.
up.
Yeah, I wonder if they know Piff. Oh, and that might be a bait, but I think they're ready for Piff to push up here. It's kind of like a weird duelist lurk off right now. Ooh, and Piff is the winner of that. Sparky's not quite able to connect. I think he was looking towards short a little bit. And Keon able to find that kill on I Miss Mommy. And this is slowly starting to cement Eido's reign of terror back.
Yeah,
It's a 3v5.
yeah, and the economy for next round 2 is just not in Elyptix's way whatsoever. In a game that they wanted to win in game 2, this could have been a 2-game series. Unfortunately, Eido is looking to just put it even further down their throats. Piff get another one. It is 2 players remaining, and I'm not sure if Cup Holder can try to clutch this one out. It's only the 2 members, but they just have so much to go.
Yeah, Keon on this close position here. Hydric Milk backing him up, and Santi from behind killing Kazi. Cup Holder's left all alone. That's the 3rd flawless, I think, this half that Eido has had, which does show Elyptix perseverance, but 7-11, I don't know how much more you can afford. This is an eco. This could potentially be a pretty easy round for Eido to win, putting them on series point, and that's a lot of pressure. So Elyptix really have to be incredibly disciplined, not only this round, but every single round after that, in order to win this series.
And with the type of ultimates that ROSO have as well with their duelists, they can afford to just use them willy-nilly because they're just ultimates that are designed to really be able to take down these lower health players with the Empress, with the Overdrive, but they will actually find one. Elyptix has the opportunity.
The convergence path comes through, but it's not going to be able to hit Hydric Milk, and Hydric Milk immediately eliminates Sparky's. He's blind, though, from I Miss Mommy, and I Miss Mommy able to take him out with the Stinger. It's a 3v3 situation. The duelists are dead.
Gorilla finds Santi
on the enemy on the other side of the map. That's the Sentinel down. They want to rotate, but Elyptix with a beautiful spray, and that leaves Gorilla all alone without a spike on the other side of the map against 2 players that have been so good for Eido in the past.
Gorilla just going for a stroll. With how the rest of the time is remaining, it is looking like it is going to be match point. And looking at tab right now, 2 players, 1 off an ultimate for Elyptix. 5 ultimates available for ROSO Eido. Unless Gorilla has a fight of a lifetime trying to find a kill here. I mean, this is just looking down the barrel of complete and utter death to potentially find our first series winner. But can you do it, Gorilla? Can you find the clutch of the tournament?
Yeah, they're kind of giving him ones. Unfortunately, it's got 18 seconds left, but they know he's long, and they're both going to look towards long. He puts the turret out and gets the kill. Beautiful swing, but there's just 2 players looking at you, and it's going to be too hard. That is series point for ROSO Eido.
Can they win this here? Can they not do what Elyptix failed to do in game number 2? Can they try and find this series now is going to be the question. 5 ultimates in their hands, 2 available for the moment for Elyptix. What will they decide to play? And Kian is going to the patented operator in the hands here. Was one of the better operator players in Boba Bash. Can you find it here?
He is the chamber player. Put on the controller. So it's kind of going to be rough for him. But Omen is a great operator. He's got that TP. He's a good agent to op. He's going to be looking to hold this beast site. However, they're working in the garage. He has his paranoia to work with. He swings. What a beautiful swing. The paranoia comes through, and it connects. He gets a second. That's beautiful. The Sparky's is forced to TP out of there. Sparky's able to get 1. He gets hit by the Hunter's Fury. However, an Elyptix is going to be able to find him. Keon on 32 HP. Kazi and Gorilla left in a 2v4. The Empress activated. The Neural Theft activated, and Keon does not stop. He gets his 3rd, and Hydric Milk will close out the series, leaving ROSO Eido to win the first series of Mask Madness Season 4.
I mean, ROSO Eido with a huge comeback, losing their first map pick of split, going into bind, going down 8-2, and then finding a 13-8 victory. I mean, what a series from them getting back into this one, and just very nicely done overall. And I'm very intrigued to see
what other kind of things will happen in this Group B, as, I mean, they absolutely deserve it after that performance, and I believe that the MVP will go to Kian coming into this. I believe had the most kills in map number 1 in their loss. Map number 2 had a bit of a rough one, and map number 3 definitely was able to bring it back. I don't know, we'll look at it after. Either way, I mean, a great series from both teams, but ROSO Eido will win the very first series here in Mask Madness Season 4 as we await a potential interview here. We'll see if any of them does look to come in.
That was really good. That was really good. I don't know. Oh, okay, perfect. We have somebody.
Hello. Hello, drink milk.
What's up?
Okay, I drink milk. Okay, perfect. Well, hello. How do you feel after winning the first series of Mask Madness? So you after getting second place in Boba Bash?
Feel pretty hyped. That was a fun game. Yeah, we just need a warm up map.
Yeah.
And yeah, boost our confidence for in the game. That was basically it.
Awesome. One more question from me. I think Rhodes has a few. How do you feel having Kian on your team now? I think he was against you in the previous tournament you played. What are the vibes and how do you like it?
I mean, yeah, we played against him before, and he was obviously cracked, and we got the opportunity to pick him up, you know, and he fits in the team well, plays really good. Yeah.
So you guys lost your first map pick, obviously, and you went into bind. You guys were down 8-2. You're the only team that really called timeouts coming into this. And what about the timeouts really were able to get you guys that gigantic comeback to ultimately win you guys that map?
How the timeouts helped us, you're asking?
Yeah.
It's basically just everyone chill. We know these are our good we're good at these maps, and basically just play with confidence. That was basically it. Playing with confidence.
And obviously I watched you quite a bit in Boba Bash in general, but for people that don't know much about just your team in general, because you have retained quite a bit of the players, what would you say makes your team different coming into this into the season of Mask Madness, where, I mean, obviously I know you guys are very good, but what makes you guys different coming into this season here?
I think we just have I think we have more experienced players, and obviously our roles are a little different than before.
For sure.
Yeah.
But thank you, though. I drink milk. I'm very excited to see if you guys can potentially make the finals here of this term, but I'm excited to watch you more throughout the rest of this tournament. And thank you, everyone else, for watching the very first series of Mask Madness Season 4. This is week 1. We'll be back with another one, hopefully very soon. Adios.
Yeah.
Good at attacking these as, oh my god, nice shot by Solimer with a triple kill! What a kill! Aimbot, what the hell was that? Overdrive is popped as Sparky's will go on site. Rolling Thunder is used to try and stop them out, and the return will come too. Sosu finds a trade with Tapsy. Coupled or alone side Confide with a double kill, triple kill for Confide! This KJ flipping the odds as Tyler C is alone and afraid. Confide with a quadra.
Timmy Fish working his way up. I mean, that's just incredible. He's going to be able to find people. He's going to be able to find Sunset. This is a player we've talked about before. Yeah, and this is a good smoke placement. He's able to play close. He's not going to get blinded by this. Trollax is going to run through. He's not